As we know, there are known knowns. There are things we know. We also know there are known unknowns. That is to say, we know there's some things we do not know. But there are also unknown unknowns. The ones we don't know, we don't know.
Can somebody please tell me what the is going on? Yes, yes, yes. Why am I so loud in the cans? Why am I so loud in the cans? I'm super loud. Okay, you are in tune 2. Boxing Talk with Raphie. What we on? What are we on? Let's do the sound check. Can somebody please tell me what the is going on? Sweet, sweet. The sound is good. How's the sound on your end? How's your Wednesday going? How's the sound on your end? I think the sound is good on my end. I'm just a little bit loud in the cans. Let me bring that down a little bit. Hold on, what's going on? Andrade pulled up. Okay, pulled. Oh, we're talking about that. We're talking about that. Okay. All right, let me look. Let me take a look. What's going on here? Okay, so we are in tune 2. You are in tune 2. This is Boxing Talk with Raphie 95. And as you can see, let me check. Oh, okay. Good thing I checked the description box once again. The description has gone AWOL. So first and foremost, obviously, once bitten, twice shy. I've learned. Hold on a second. Oh dear. I'll post. Oh. Copied the wrong thing. Hold on. Let me see what this thing's looking like. Okay. Sound is good. Excellente. I'm going to take a couple of seconds out here. Can't get right. Okay. That's some weirdness that you can't see, but I can see. So let's take care of that immediately. Okay. That's taken care of. Okay. Had to deal with that straight away. And let me just do well, where are we? Let me just, you can see. Oh no. Listen, first things first, I got to get the description box right. I got to take time to do that. You know, I like to get my analytics nice and tidy. It helps with the algorithms when you have when you tick all your boxes. So gonna go ahead and tick all the boxes. Let me see what I'm looking for right now. What the hell is this? Let me get this right. Let me do a little search on that. Okay. Where are we here? This is tad bit annoying. I had all my boxes checked. Tad bit annoying. Okay, let me take care of the music. Little minor thing. Stop that. Let's get this thing right. Okay, uno momento. Thank you for your patience. This is going to take me it's going to take me 30 seconds to complete this mission. Hang tight. Hang tight. Let's look for this thing. No description in the description box. Damn it. Okay. Just gonna have to cut and paste for now one of the old ones into this. Copy that. Into this. I'm going to talk with Raphie. This will do. That will do. That. That'll do, you know. Boom. And then let me just tidy up this down here. And then we are ready to roll. Boom, boom. Accent talk with Raphie 95. Yeah, that's good. Boom. Charlo looks Andrade on video. Okay. Boom. Okay. Okay, we're good now. Right. Let's go back into the live chat and see what the hell's going on. You know, it's all part of these little hiccups. They're all part of the experience. All part of the experience. Lots of people up in the building. So what I'm going to do right about now. Where we at? What I'm going to do right about now is select a warming video, a little quick thing. And then, you know, we're ready to roll. Everybody's warmed in nicely. Okay. And to speak more specifically on this show today, main topics that we'll be covering, but you know, things pop up. You know, there's breaking news all the time. So today we focused on, we're looking at Charlo ducking Andrade. We got some Y, what is it? What do they call them? LGB, what is it? Lions Den, yeah. LDGBT, something like that. They got some LDBGBT to come and chop it up, to debate and discuss with me about the Charlo ducking, the duck soup. You know, they say they're associating the coronavirus with bat soup. You know what I'm saying? The duck soup might not be too much better for you. Duck soup might not be too much better for you. So, you know, we're going to have to chop up the duck soup. The duck soup situation. But there we got the video. Have you seen? As a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat. No, we're not going to start with that. We're not going to start with that, but we're going to move on into that. Well, first and foremost, let me give a quick shout out to everybody currently in the building. Okay, so we got Cal L. Where is he? There we are. We got the Heinrich Schmitz. Yeah, the late start had to finish my meal. The days of me missing my meal before the show are long gone. I don't do that no more. Don't do that no more. Gotta make sure you're well fed, well watered, hydrated, rested before you do the show. It's a serious business. Okay, YG Knight up in the building. Good to have you. Nick Diaz pulled up to Charlo at his post conference. Am I missing something here? Okay, we got Marla up in the building. Sound is blessed. While so, LDBC up in the building. Who else we got? Charlo was drinking wine in his wine glass, then got brave on Instagram. What? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I seen that. We're going to definitely chop that up. We're going to bring that video up, no doubt about that. Big John went to a feminist march and came back with a freshly ironed shirt and a sandwich. I think you mean freshly made sandwich there, Heinrichs. Frank the French up in the building. Send John Fury to China to beat the coronavirus whilst eating a sandwich simultaneously. Phillip Carl Roberts up in the building. LDBC, LGDBC, yeah, still LDBC, LGB. You know, I'm not good with acronyms. Damn. Jimmy Thunder passing away. Serious business up in here. Damn. Big Boys Boxing up in the building. Damn. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start off with a short warm-in video. And then we'll be ready to get this thing started. Okay, so let's line this baby up. We're going to start off with, let's start off with this.
Who gets knocked out.
Boom. Hold on. Calm down. Relax.
Yes.
Relax, bro. Relax. Let's just line you up nicely. Okay, let's put the link in the chat in case anybody wants to jump on our live in the morning. Our live. And what am I doing? I'm sharing my screen. That's what I'm doing. Okay. So let's kill the music for the time being and go on with the warm-in video.
It's Raphie Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. And today, we're looking at the situation featuring David Allen and Dorian Dutch. See, the Gambling Commission and the British Boxing Board of Control have launched an investigation over allegations of suspicious betting activity pertaining to and regarding Dave Allen's third round knockout of Dorian Dutch on Saturday night. Both Allen and Dutch have denied the fight was fixed. Okay, so we're going to take a quick look at this. Should have done this last night, but you know, time keeps on stepping. So let's have a look at this briefly, quickly, bang this one out. So both Allen and Dutch have denied the fight was fixed. Well, first and foremost, what is this all about? Well, apparently there was a rush of bets for the third round KO. And clearly the Gambling Commission saw this as unusual activity. That's why they're looking into it. Now, says both Allen and Dutch have denied the fight was fixed. Well, first and foremost, if the fight was fixed, you don't require the two fighters to know about it. You can fix a fight with only one. You only really need the guy who's going to get knocked out to be in on the fix. You don't really need both men. You just need the guy who in this case was Dorian Dutch. You just need the guy who got knocked out in the fight to be in on the fix. Because essentially all you need is the guy who gets knocked out to drop from a punch. So all the other guy has to do is just box like normal. He doesn't have to know that the fix is in. Only the guy who's gonna drop needs to know that the fix is in. So this statement that both fighters denied the fight was fixed, only one needs to know. So perhaps that adds some perspective. And I'm not saying that either party knew. I'm just clarifying that last statement that both fighters have denied. Only one fighter needs to know. Okay, let's take a quick look at some of these comments right here. Self-crowned lineal champ says, it was clearly fixed. Dorian was literally like, please hit me so I can go down. Not just Twitter trolls claiming it then. Okay, what else? If it's true, neither should be allowed to step into a ring again. Let's wait for the facts. Well, like I said, only one of the two needs to know. Not necessarily if it does turn out to have been a fix, it's not necessarily both men who have to know. One or the other could know. More likely the guy who's gonna fall down needs to know. It looked like WWE to me, mate. 100% fixed. Dang. Why would Dave Allen fix a fight? Get out of here. What's going on? Get out of here. Why would Dave Allen fix a fight with someone who he was always going to beat? What a load of baloney. Well, if he was always going to beat him, then the fix would pertain to the round, perhaps. The specific round, perhaps. Rommel Dawkins says to make more money, obviously. Losing credibility using that rag as your source, Michael. Losing credibility. People love to say that, don't they? People love to say, oh, you're losing credibility. Crazy. Crazy. Okay, but that is the story. Yeah, it came from the sun. Does it mean that there's no validity to the claim? I think not. Of course, there are good sources, the bad sources, but obviously the Sun, if it's a good source, would have got it from the Gambling Commission and or the British Boxing Board of Control. Okay, looks legit to me. Using those sources for the source. Okay, so what say you? It's Raphael Dawkins, it's the Combat Radio, it's the like, it's the subscribe, it's the comments, it's the shares, and it is the hitting that bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget about the live shows. Link in the description box for Twitter. Live shows Monday and Wednesday, 9:55 p.m. UK time. That's it. It's Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. And I'm out.
Yes. Let me just turn that down a little bit. Okay, let's get this music. Let's get this music crunk. Stop sharing. Okay. Right. Okay. What's going on? I'm back. Any news on time? We're going to touch on Tyson. Lisa Bayliss is up in the building. Heinrich Schmitz says there's only one Tom Schwartz. Oh, shizzle. Shizzle my nizzle. Kal-El. Salute Raphael. On the Combat Radio Nation. Yes, yes, yes. Lame Duckers Boxing Community. You guys are brutal. Brutal. Where we at? Oh, pure jokes up in the building. What's going on here? What's going on? Dubois versus Joyce don't need any undercard. Yo, I gotta admit, I'm looking forward to that. I am looking forward to that. Just gonna scroll through these last posts before we get the thing fully crunk. Right now it's just half crunk, but then we're gonna get it fully crunk. I don't think it was fixed. Phillip Cartwright said, I don't think it was fixed. If Alan told a few friends that he was going for the KO in the third, so what? All he used to publicly predict the round he was going to stop his opponent in. I hear you. I hear you, Phil. That said, Dave Allen does not possess shades of Ali. Dubois smokes slow, Joyce easy. Says Frank the French. You know something? I think Joe Joyce is going to surprise a few of you guys. Joe Joyce, I think, is going to surprise a few of you guys. I got Dubois as the favorite, but Joe Joyce, I believe, is going to show more durability. A little bit of FaceTime for you. Show you I'm real. I'm real. I think Dubois around 8. Joyce has a chin. It's just unfortunate that he blocks punches. Rue 504 up in the building. Free. Double D, Triple D v Joyce is free. And I think it's going to be pay-per-view, bro. I think them joints, that shizzle is going to be pay-per-view. Let me pay-per-view, bro. Let's talk about it. Who sent me that link? Who the hell sent me that link? Somebody sent me a link. Oh, yeah, I remember now. I can have a look at that. I don't know if it's confirmed, but somebody sent me a link so I can pull that shizzle up. Poor Frank Warren. Poor Frank Warren. Damn. Everybody's leaving Frankie. It's like Exodus over there. It's like Exodus at Queensbury Promotions. Okay, so. Okay, so I had to get that in, folks. Where am I? Let's get some FaceTime going. I had to get that in. I had to get my grub on. You know, it's highly important that you're nutritionally, you take care of yourself nutritionally. I had to do that. Okay, so. My. Okay, so we are totally ready now. Let's get the uplighting going. Let's get the uplighting crunk, and we are ready to get into the hard topics and the hard questions. Going in hard. We're going in hard. No half measures. Hey, damn. Ooh, Ooh, heard that pop. Heard that pop, and I know what that pop means. That pop means that I have an esteemed guest up here in the building, coming live to you from the Southern Hemisphere. It is Big Boys Boxing. Big Boys Boxing, how you doing?
Not too bad, brother. And yourself?
Yeah. Listen, I got no complaints whatsoever, mate. I had some time. I got home early. I had a nap. Yes, Raphie had a nap. And I woke up nice and fresh. Popped out to get some fast food. You know, it was a little treat. I normally, you know, it's normally home cooking, but I thought, let me get a little quick fast food. Pop round to the fast food joint, drive through. They're not sponsoring me, so I'm not going to mention them. And what do you know? The queue gets held up because some dude decides that he wants to have an argument with the bloody person dishing out the food.
Jeez.
It's like wherever you go, there's always somebody ready for some kind of aggro.
Welcome to the world we live in.
Welcome to the world, Raphie. Welcome to the world. Raphie meet world. Raphie meet world. I just wanted to drive through. I don't want to be behind some geezer who thinks it's cool to pick fights with people who are on minimum damn wage just trying to get through the day, and he decides he wants to make the day harder for them. You know, I mean, I wasn't there. I don't know what the conversation was about. He could have been in the right, but I don't know. I wasn't there. I mean, I didn't hear the convo, but too many times people want to take out their frustrations with themselves upon other people. Big Boys Boxing. That's what I'm saying.
Dude must have got one too many ice cubes in his drink.
Okay. So with that said, I'm fed, I'm watered, I am centered, and I think I'm ready to do this shizzle. I think I'm ready for this.
Good stuff.
Okay, so where we at? Let me just finish up these last few comments before we dive into this shizzle. Marlon's got Dubois on points. Frank Warren might as well sign with Eddie Hearn. Yeah, he might as well just sign with Eddie Hearn by now. What does the French say? If Triple D Joyce fight ain't free, that's definitely not. It's a pay-per-view, bro. It's pay-per-view. Everybody's jumping on this pay-per-view thing. Maybe the onion rings. Okay, so let's get into it. Right, let me see. I sorted out the description box, I believe. Yeah, that's sorted out to a reasonable level of satisfaction. I'll tidy it up and make it more specific after the show. But I do have, where am I? Where is my sheet? I do have my sheet. I do have my topic sheet. Let's go. Let me see what we're working with. Let's open this baby up. Okay, so I think I'm going to start off with. Let's start off with Warrington. Let's start off with Josh Warrington. Let me find that. Boom. No. Where is it? Boom. Damn. Got too many windows open. But eventually we're there. Okay, so let me share my screen. And don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to be talking about Charlo. We're going to be talking about Fury. We're going to be talking about a bunch of things. Okay, but we're going to have to start off with this. Am I too high in the cans? That's what I'm hearing. Okay. So, I think we're sharing. Yes, Matchroom Boxing Inc.'s Josh Warrington to multi-fight deal. Okay, so barely a few hours after parting ways with Frank Warren and Queensbury Promotions, Josh Warrington, 30-0, 7 KOs, has secured a new home. Actually, it's an old one. The unbeaten featherweight titleist has agreed to a multi-fight deal with rival promotional outfit Matchroom Boxing, under whose banner he previously fought until leaving in December 2016 to sign with Warren. It's great to be back with Matchroom, Sky, and now DAZN. And I'm very excited about the future, said Warrington. I have enjoyed my time at BT Sport, but now I'm looking forward to going on to achieve my dreams of both fighting in the USA and unifying the division. Okay, so, 30-year-old has claimed his piece of the featherweight crown following a 12-round win over Lee Selby, in their memorable May 2018 clash at Ellen Road, Leeds. 3 successful defenses have followed, including a points win. Controversial. Oh, that was a points win over who? That was Al Frampton. About Mark Warrington's lone title fight outside of his hometown, with the event taking place in Manchester. And of course, we all remember his controversial title win over the controversial Kid Galahad. Okay, so details of Warrington's next fight have yet to be revealed in either promotional in a promotional announcement. Okay, so the news is that Josh Warrington has signed over to Matchroom. Had you heard this news, Big Boys Boxing?
Sure did.
Yeah. You wanna go in on that a little bit? You wanna touch on that?
Oh well, if Eddie's gonna earn more money for Josh Warrington, it makes sense for him to take the deal. So it's same old for Frank at the moment. His promotional company's turning into more of a hobby than a living because he's losing all his fighters. So, yeah. Good luck to Josh, and Frank's got to step up his game if he wants to hang on to his stable.
Yeah. I mean, it can't be Frank. Good old Frank Warren can't be too happy right about now. Who did he lose the other day? He lost somebody the other day, and now he's lost Warrington. He lost Billy Joe. I think that was last year, and I think he's lost somebody more recently that escapes my mind. I'm sure people bring it up in the chat at some point. But carrying on from that story, it leads us into this. Josh Warrington versus Shakur Steve. Oh no, that's not it. That is not it at all. You see, this was the snag. But there's a more recent. You see, talks for the world welterweight, featherweight title, the unification fight between Josh Warrington and Shakur Stevenson have ground to a standstill. This is an old article. This is like about last week. Yeah, I think this is last week or earlier this week. Well, it was last week, late last week. Ground to a standstill after the American turned down an offer for the fight to take place in Leeds in May, in favor of making a defense of his WBO title in New York in March. This was before Josh Warrington signed over to Matchroom. Stevenson was calling out Warrington the IBF champion long before he won his world title. But when offered the chance for the fight to take place in May the 16th at Ellen Road, the home ground of Leeds United, Stevenson chose the other option of facing former Vasily Lomachenko victim Miguel Mariaga at Madison Square Garden. It's at an impasse, said Frank Warren, of Warrington's promoter. He said, we asked about the prospects of the fight still going ahead, and he chose the other fight. Yeah, so what Ellen Road holds. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, that was then, but this is now. That was when Warrington was with Frank Warren. It had to be either America No. Shakur had to come to the UK as far as Warren was concerned, but now things have changed. Now Warrington is with Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, Stroke, DAZN. That fight can happen. That fight can happen over there. I think Warrington has expressed a desire to fight in the US of A, and yeah, seems like it's a go. Big boys boxing seems like a go.
Yeah, is Shakur Stevenson signed with DAZN as well?
That's a great question. I'm not sure about that, but I did see an article. It's a good question. I did see an article where Shakur Stevenson said, "Oh, yeah, here we go. Let's pull that up then. Because I thought I had it up anyway. But now we should be able to unravel a few mysteries, because that was the actual article that I was actually looking for in the first instance. So let's share again. We're sharing. Boom. Okay. Shakur Stevenson, Warrington fight should now be easier to make. Okay. Shakur Stevenson has reacted to the news of Josh Warrington's promotional switch with positivity. The WBO World Featherweight Champion has long been touted as a potential future foe of the IBF King. Warrington, the leads switched from Queensbury Promotions, switched on Wednesday, which is today. Yeah, and teamed up with Eddie Hearn's Matchroom. Showdown is muted, UK, with the American talent. Has welcomed the news that Warrington is back with Hearn. Perfect, he remarked. Now the fight should be easy to make. Let's get it done. I'm looking to see. It's going to be back with Matchroom. I'm looking to see if Shakur Stevenson is with Matchroom or DAZN. Can't establish that from this article, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Who's he with? But anyway, okay. We chopped that up. Chopped and diced. Let's stop sharing. Say that again?
Either way, I think Frank Warren made a mistake by telling Stevenson that he had to come to the UK to fight Warrington. So Warrington wanted that fight, obviously, and he's willing to change promoters to get it. So
yeah,
bad move, Frankie.
Bad move. Old fish eyes. I say that respectfully. Bad move, old fish eyes. Okay, let's get into the chat before we change topic. Dubois just signed a 5-year deal with old fish eyes. Yeah, he did. That's right. Yeah, I just saw that. Could be, get out of your Facebook. Could be a good move, or it could be awful. I don't know. So far, I will say this about Frank Warren. He seems to know how to progress a fighter at a nice pace. And he seems to be doing that with Dubois. Big boys boxing. What say you?
Yeah, well, he's doing a good job with Dubois. So
yeah,
you know, is he concentrating too much energy on one fighter? I think. He's still got Nathan Gorman as well. He's got a loss. He's partially involved with Joe Joyce as well too, isn't he? So he's got a few there.
Yeah.
Still enough to make enough money for himself, obviously. But if he neglects the ones that aren't making as much money, he's going to keep losing fighters, man. So
he is.
Yeah.
He's
got to step it up.
Yeah, but there's, in everything you have hills and valleys. Yeah. So just because a man's down today don't mean he won't be up tomorrow. Hills and valleys. Things change. The wind changes. The wind changes rapidly sometimes. Wilder said he broke his hand in the first fight. He threw it in the final 5 seconds of the fight. Utter bullshit. Yeah, I heard. Well done. He said he broke his hand. No, I heard, correct me if I'm wrong, people. I heard that he said that he broke his hand in the first 2 rounds of the first Fury fight? I don't know.
Yeah, he also had a flu as well. How many excuses has he got?
He had the coronavirus before everybody else. He had the coronavirus before everybody else and a broken hand. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, people in the chat, but did I hear right has anybody else heard Deontay Wilder say that he broke, because I don't want to misquote him, that he broke his hand within the first 2 rounds of the first Fury fight? Did anybody else hear that, or did I just imagine that?
I heard that, but not for that fight. That was for the Areola fight.
Yeah, I think I heard him recently, just within the last 24 hours, say that he broke his hand in the Fury. Well, I said he broke his hand in the... Yeah, he did. He said he broke his hand in the first fight. He broke his hand in the Fury fight. My question is, though, because I heard him say that, my question is, am I correct in saying that he said it happened in the first 2 rounds? Because I'm not sure about that. I could have watched that when I was drowsing off. I sometimes play YouTube videos on my tablet just before I go to sleep, and sometimes I don't know if I really heard what I think I heard, so I have to receive confirmation.
I wonder how he managed that, because in those first few rounds, he didn't really land any power shots. He missed a whole lot.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
exactly. Yeah.
where did he break it? Between rounds, he sat on his hand or something.
And that's why I'm being very specific in not saying that I heard him say that. I'm just questioning people. Did anyone hear him say that? I'll go back and troll through that later on, or maybe tomorrow. I can't do it later on because that's going to be bedtime. But I'm just putting that out there so I can receive some kind of feedback. Did anybody hear him say it? And if so, where? Am I imagining that?
Cal in the chat has refreshed my memory. He said he broke his hand 12 weeks before the Fury fight. I remember him saying that.
Okay.
Yeah.
12 weeks before. But he's also said, correct me if I'm wrong, people, he's also said he broke it in the fight. In the fight. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know I got some LDBC people in there. You read up on him regularly. Come on now. Come with it. Come bring the goodies. Tell the truth. Did he say, as Deontay Wilder said, he broke his hand during Tyson, the first Fury fight? Please put your opinion in the chat. Where are we? Josh Warrington used to be with Matchroom, but left them for Warren. Now he's decided to go back. Indeed. Vegas full of Leeds fans. That's going to be messy. It's going to be messy indeed. Are they going to do it in Vegas or on the East Coast? The East Coast, Madison Square Garden. Where are they going to do it? I think I'll swerve it. Where are you going to swerve? Where are you going to swerve? Frank the French. Oh, yeah, I see. Yes. Raphael, what do you think of that new prospect, Phillip Hrgovic? He's a very strong prospect. I think he's in the top 20 now or thereabouts. Yeah, he's a strong prospect. He's up there with the likes of Joyce and Dubois. He's in that ballpark. What do you think of Big Boys Boxing? Is he up there with Joyce and Dubois around the ballpark?
Yeah, he's definitely in the top 3 for me. I think he's no longer a contender. Neither is Dubois and Joyce. I think they're all no longer prospects. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think they're all contenders now. A contender is somebody inside a ranking of the top 15. Really, is how I determine it.
Right.
And all 3 guys are in there. I don't think you could call Hrgovic new either. He's been around a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Got a big amateur pedigree as well. So he's pretty good.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's up there now. He's top 20 at least. Up in the top 20 in my book, and I think Soul Mania. He did say it. I think he said it. I'm not going to swear. If I find it again, which I think I will, I'll make a video on it. Because I'm pretty... He broke it in the fight. Oh, in the fight. Cal L. Yeah, I think so. But listen, don't hold me to that. If you see me make a video on it, then it happened. If I don't, then maybe it didn't. So that's how I'll phrase that one. Yeah, he said he broke it in the build-up. Then I watched a quick promotional thing yesterday, and in the title it said I broke my hand in the first. Yes, I could have swore I saw that. I do believe I'll make a video on it, folks. Don't worry. Even if it's a quick one, I'll make a video on it because I'm pretty damn sure I heard him say, but he was in passing, that he broke his hand during the first Fury fight. I'm pretty damn sure about that. Pretty damn sure. Just tuned in. Yes. Pablo Diablo. This is from 9/7 tonight. What is that? Express and Star Tyson broken. Yeah, damn. Hold on. Can I open that link? I can't really open that link. Can I? Maybe I can.
You should be able to.
I can't. Maybe. Maybe I can do it in YouTube. Can't do it in StreamYard, but yeah, YouTube's a different thing. Hold on. Let me switch over. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, I can do it in YouTube. Yes. Broke hand. Yeah, let me share that. Excellent post, Pablo Diablo. Let me share that. Boom. Share this damn thing. Where is it? Boom. There it is. Okay, so Deontay, am I sharing? Yeah. Deontay Wilder opens up on broken hand as he sends a rematch message to Tyson Fury. What's the date on this? February the 12th, 2020. Rematch message. Okay. Let's see what he's got to say. How's this appearing on the screen? Okay. Right, so Deontay Wilder revealed he compromised going into the first showdown with Tyson Fury. The Olympic bronze medalist defended the WBC heavyweight title against the lineal champ in December 2018, Staples Center, Los Angeles. Let's get rid of all that guff and try and get to the point. What's the point? Okay, here it is. He says, in their first fight, I was probably 50% or less. I've spoken before about my broken hand, but I also didn't fight like I normally do. I did a lot of things I don't normally do. Let's get to the point here. When I look back at that fight, me and my trainer, JD's, were talking about it. And I can pinpoint certain things and say, why did I do that? I don't know why I did it. Moving forward with my gloves high, swinging with no hope, just doing certain things because of the excitement of the fight. I felt like I had an opportunity at the moment in time to be put in the heavyweight division, to put the heavyweight division and America on notice. That meant a lot to me because when I was coming up, no one in America knew who I was. I still don't know who you are, Deontay. Come on. Okay. Now I'm ready for the proper things that need to be done. I've lived that moment of excitement and I can't wait. This time I'm going to knock him out and he won't get up. Where's the broken hand? Keep on getting better. Does himself improved and still getting better. Broken hand. Opens up. What is it? Broken hand. Opens up on broken hand. Okay, let's go through this. Let's troll through this. I'm looking for the broken hand. It should say there. Probably spoken about my In that first fight, I was probably 50% or less. Wilder said, I've spoken before about my broken hand, but I also didn't fight like I normally do. Okay, so I don't think he elaborates on the broken hand. Broken hand. Trainer, swinging, no hope. Heavyweight division. Okay, so he doesn't elaborate. Now I'm ready to do. Knock him out. I live the moment. Knock him out. Stunning. Believes the key. Stunning power shots. Okay.
To me, it seems like he's just talking about the broken hand 12 weeks before the fight.
Yeah.
So, you know, it only takes 6 weeks for a broken bone to heal if you're a good healer.
Yeah.
Still got 6 weeks of training.
Yeah.
It's not a real excuse.
Mm.
It's
Mm.
horse turd.
Yeah. 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 He doesn't elaborate. He doesn't elaborate there. He does not elaborate there. He does speak about it, but no elaboration, unfortunately. Doesn't elaborate on it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do a video covering that topic. I wanna find where he said that he broke his hand in the fight. If he said it. Could have swore he said it. Could have swore he said it. But okay. So where are we? Let me finish up with some of these comments before we get on to the next topic. Before we move along. Yeah, you know, this is how we do it over here. This is how we do it over here, over there. Speak it, believe it, receive it. That's what my grandmammy always told me. That's what some of y'all don't understand. Why? My vision. You don't understand my vision. Okay, Orange and 20 got timed out for posting this on Wilder's promotional video. Truth hurts, I suppose. Damn, timing people out for no good reason. Where we at? Phil, yeah, he ran from 120 quicker than I run out of the house when the mother-in-law comes around. He just said he was 50% because of the broken hand by the sound. 50% because of the broken hand. 50% because of the damn broken hand. Okay, that's lame. That's lame, Warrington. Okay, so let's get into. I think we're gonna save the Charlo thing for after this thing. So first thing we're doing is we're going into this. What is Tyson Fury saying? What is Tyson Fury saying? We're going into Tyson Fury's comment. Oh, actually, nah, let's just touch on this because you're from the Southern Hemisphere, Jono, so let's touch on this. Southern Hemisphere, different country, but nonetheless, still down south. Let's get into, where is it? Boom. Okay, so, right, Horn. A lot of my fans turned against me. They want Tszyu to win. Okay, so back in July of 2017, Jeff Horn became an overnight superstar in Australia when he pulled off a massive upset with a controversial 12-round decision victory over Manny Pacquiao to capture the WBO welterweight title at Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane. Okay, Horn's win is viewed as what started a boxing resurgence in Australia. But now, almost 3 years later, Horn delivers a bulk. Horn believes the bulk of the public have turned their backs on him. Damn, that must hurt. Now it appears a lot of Aussies public are siding with the younger Tszyu, who is the son of Australian legend and Hall of Famer Costa Tszyu. Okay, Horn is not disputing the claim that many of his fans have jumped ship to Tszyu. It has happened. I feel it. A lot of people have turned their backs, Horn told Sporting News. Okay, they might be sick of seeing my face or hearing my voice or something. I've done something, I guess. Maybe if you're on the top for too long. It's only been 3 years, Jeff. Bloody hell. And maybe if you're on the top for too long, people get sick of you and want to see a new face. I guess Tim's that new face. A lot of my fans have turned against me and are wanting Tim to win. At the moment, even the bookies are siding with Tszyu. They've installed him as the early favorite. I guess I do feel a little bit disrespected, but lessons have to be learned, Horn said. I keep proving my point in one way or another. He's the favorite. The odds are on his side at the moment, but I feel otherwise. I'll do my best as the underdog. And I couldn't have been happier when I saw that he was the favorite for the fight, because it means the pressure is on me to prove to you guys that I am the favorite. It's me. It's not him. So those are Jeff Horn's words. I don't know how how much in touch you are, if you feel the vibe down there in the southern hemisphere, if there's been a shift. I don't know how that is in New Zealand. Big Boys Boxing.
Man, Jeff Horn's got more fans in New Zealand than he has in Australia. He always
Damn.
has.
Damn.
But it's a bit funny down there with boxing in Australia. Lucas Brown gets the same thing.
Mhm.
There's only seems to be one boxer in Australia that Australians seem to support, win, lose, or draw, and that's Danny Green. So Jeff Horn, I think when he steps in the ring with Tim Hsu, he's going to absolutely obliterate him. I tell you, he's going to beat the living snot out of Tim Hsu. Tim Hsu is not Costas Hsu. He doesn't have the animal and the heart that his father has, as far as I can tell. No disrespect to Tim Hsu. It's I think a good fight for him would have been what's that other guy? The guy his father fought.
His father fought.
And his son's fighting now.
English guy?
Sorry?
English guy? Not you're not talking about Hatton. It ain't Hatton.
No, not Hatton. It's a Mexican guy. He's a great boxer. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. And his son's fighting now, and he's got blonde hair, his son. And he lost a fight recently.
Chavez.
Yeah. He should fight Chavez Jr.
Yeah.
So, that's more his level. I think Jeff Horn has been performing at a much higher level for a much longer time. And the inexperience is going to end up getting Tim Hsu hurt, I think.
Yeah, because I haven't really heard much about Tszyu the junior. It's just this junior is coming up. He's coming up. He's not established, is he?
He hasn't fought any great opposition yet. Jeff Horn's been in there with Terence Crawford. He's been in there with Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, he's a rough guy. Jeff Horn is a rough guy. I mean, even Safiri. Safiri, is that the guy he fought before? Safiri? Sefa Safiri? Is that his name?
No, Sefa Safiri is a heavyweight. Starts with Z. I know the guy.
Yeah, that guy who accidentally killed his training partner the other day. Yeah,
and Jeff Horn won against him in a rematch.
Recently. Yeah, exactly. And he's a tough guy. He's a tough guy because when Brooks fought that guy, Zed whatever, call him Zed. When Brooks fought him, people gave Brooke a hard time. But I think it's because that Zed guy is tough. He's a tough guy. He's tough as nails.
He is.
He's tough as nails, mate. So I've got Horn winning that fight. People don't seem to realize or appreciate how tough and dare I say a bit dirty at times Horn is.
Yeah, he's a rough fighter. That's just how he is. Some people can deal with it, some people can't. And I don't see Tim Hsu being able to deal with the rough style of Horn whatsoever.
No, he's a rough fighter, and he's a rough fighter. Definitely.
Michael Zarafa. That was his name. Michael Zarafa.
Zarafa. I'm done, boys. Got an early start in the morning. Great chat, lads, and Raphie, be safe. Yes, Frank the French, thank you. Man like Frank the French will have smashed that like button on his way in. So don't forget to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Don't forget to tickle that PayPal button once in a blue. When you get that paycheck and it's overflowing. If it's overflowing, then tap that PayPal button. If it's not, no worries. Okay, yeah. So everybody, be safe. Be safe, Frank. Be safe. So Sefa Safuri. He's a cruiserweight. No, it's Zarafa. It's Zarafa. Zarafa. Okay, so we've covered that. Let me look at my list. Oh, good thing I made that list because I almost forgot. Y'all must have forgot. I almost forgot. Yeah. Okay, so let's go over to this one. We're moving on to the next. We're moving nice and swiftly. Nice and swiftly to these. And I'm looking for a specific one. There can only be one. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. There it is. And let's once again share the screen. Let's share this. Boom, boom. And where is it? Boom. Yeah. Okay. Actually, before I do that, let me do that. Boom. Okay, we're good. Right. So, Joshua fight with, this is the words of Tyson, lineal champ Fury, the Gypsy King. There can only be one. Okay, words of Tyson Fury. Joshua fight would have to be in Vegas. No more UK fights. Okay, so Tyson Fury in less than 2 weeks, with less than 2 weeks away from his rematch showdown with WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder. The second fight, Wilder, will take place on February the 22nd at the MGM Grand, Las Vegas. Okay, we know all of that. Should Fury win, Wilder has the option of exercising a contractual clause for an immediate third bout. Okay, if there's no third bout, Fury would like to focus on a full division unification with WBA, WBO, IBF, IBO champion Anthony Joshua. But he's cautious that the fight with Joshua would have to take place in, but he cautions that the fight with Joshua would have to take place in Las Vegas. Fury is not planning to fight in the UK in the... You know what? I'm thinking about tax. You know what just came to me there? Tax. But okay, we'll chop it up after this. Okay. He's not planning to fight in the UK in the future. Fury's last few fights have taken place in the United States. And the Wilder rematch will be the third fight in a row in Las Vegas. No, I won't be fighting in the UK anymore. Based on the fact that I've got an American boxing license and the fact that I've got an American TV contract, Fury told Gareth Davis. So the last 3 fights on my contract will be in the United States for sure. I'd fight anybody. This is the home of the Gypsy King now, Las Vegas. And I don't want to fight anywhere else, like Floyd Mayweather. Oh, just like Floyd Mayweather. Okay. So while Joshua's promoter, Eddie Hearn, believes Saudi Arabia will push to get the fight, Fury's promoter, Frank Warren, makes it clear that his boxer will set the terms on where it happened. Hold on a sec. Let me read that again. While Joshua's promoter, Eddie Hearn, believes Saudi Arabia will push to get the fight, Fury's promoter, Frank Warren, makes it clear that his boxer, Fury, will set the terms of where it will happen. Well, that's interesting. That's very interesting. The 1 belt holder dictating to the 3 belt holder. Okay, it's very interesting. It will take place where the money is. And there will be none of this 70-30 or 60-40 rubbish. It will be 50-50. It will be a 50-50 fight. This is Frank Warren speaking. And it will take place wherever Tyson wants it. But people keep forgetting that the loser of Wilder v. Fury 2 have the right to call an immediate rematch. People keep forgetting that. I don't know why. Joshua has to handle mandatories with Kubrat Pulev and Alexander Usyk, or vacate a belt. So the fight could not happen until next November, unless somebody steps aside. The third Wilder Fury fight is contracted, so it's down to the loser if they want to call down to the loser. the beginning of the article, it says it's down up to the winner. At the end of the article, let's say it's down to the loser. What a pile of, I don't know what. What a pile. What a pile. Big boys.
I think he confused it at the start. It did. I think he confused it at the start. It did say the loser gets to activate the rematch.
Did he say that at the start?
As well.
Did he say that? This the loser?
Yeah.
The loser gets to activate?
Yeah.
Should Wilder win? Wilder. Hold on, listen. Should Fury win? Wilder has the. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. He says, should Fury win? Wilder has the option of exercising a contractual clause for an immediate third bout. Yeah. We good. That's good. That's consistency. Okay, yeah. Jono, what's your take on this this palaver?
Yeah, well, I've been talking about Undisputed probably not happening for a while. People seem to be disregarding the comment because Joshua has to take care of those mandatories, otherwise he's going to lose a belt. That was one of the stipulations from the WBO, saying that they would let Kurat Pulev go first if Joshua fights the WBO next. So
yeah,
he's busy. If he organizes a Undisputed fight, it won't be for Undisputed. So and there's going to be the WBA mandatory called next month as well, so there'll be another one on top of that, but that one won't be as pressing. But yeah, Frank talking all this, his fighter, I mean, he's only hanging on to Tyson Fury by the skin of his goddamn teeth. Bob Arum is the man who's controlling what Tyson Fury does. And I did watch that Gareth Davis interview. It was a bloody good interview. And those 3 contracted fights in America, he's got an American promoter, he's got American TV deal, American boxing license. So in all reality, if Joshua desperately wants to fight Fury, it's going to have to be in the States. Simple as that. Tyson said that after those 3 fights are finished, he's going to retire. So, it's likely going to be Wilder, and then whoever wants to come to Fury's terms for his last fight. A lot's going to depend on whether Fury comes out on top over Wilder over the 2 fights or not. So it's a bit of a waiting game. We're going to have to wait and see to an extent. But I honestly think Joshua's busy this year. He can't fight for Undisputed this year. If he does, it won't be for Undisputed because he'll lose a belt.
Okay, so let's get into the chat. What's going on here? Fury wants Vegas now. What if he feels he gets robbed? What if he feels he gets robbed somehow after Wilder Fury 2? He might sour on the US then. It's going to be.
He feels he's got robbed the first time, so it's not going to be any different.
Yeah. If he gets robbed 2 times, maybe that'll be a clincher. Well, I mean, I'm not saying he got robbed the first time. I thought that was really closer than most people think it was. So I don't think it was a robbery.
But he's even saying now in that Gareth Davies interview that he doesn't think he can get a decision in the US anyway. He's got to knock Wilder out. So, he said it.
But maybe that's kidology. Maybe that's a safety net. Maybe he goes 12 rounds and he said, I told you I couldn't get a decision over here. I told you. Did I not prophesize this? Did I not prophesize this? Don't you listen to it? Some of you people don't listen when I'm talking. It's very clear. It's very bloody clear. It's become very evident. Okay. It would make more sense in Saudi because of the time relative to the UK. Well, does Tyson Fury really care about the UK that much anymore? He's not fighting over
many times. He said many times he doesn't care about the UK anymore. But the Saudi time frame suits both the UK and the States, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does, because they were whooping and hollering. They were saying, "Hey, this midday, this afternoon broadcast of the Joshua Ruiz 2, they were very happy with it.
It's doable. It's just whether Bob Arum will let it happen or not.
Yeah. It seems like the B sides now feel like the A sides in the heavyweight division.
They're calling the shots, eh?
The B sides, the B sides, the B sides have taken over the asylum. Well, I'm the A side now. It's utter madness over there. Well, I do my best. I do my best, Pablo Diablo. You know, I do my best. I've been listening to Tyson Fury and he's waffling on. As Joshua says, Tyson Fury's a waffler. And I've been listening to Tyson Fury waffle on for many years now, Pablo. So I like to think, you know, and let's not forget Emmerdale Farm. Is that in Yorkshire? I used to watch that when I was a lad. For our foreign viewers, listeners, that's a long-running TV soap. It's been going on since I think I've been alive. Since I've been alive. So yeah, I used to catch Emmerdale Farm back when I was a lad, and I think maybe I'm channeling Emmerdale Farm, Pablo. Right, where are we? I also used to work with a Yorkshire lad, and when I did my Yorkshire accent, he used to say, "Raphie, with that accent, you make me feel at home, mate. You make me feel at home." So yes, if Fury wins, do you think the WBC will offer him the If Fury wins, do you think the WBC would offer him the franchise champion? Not, you know what? You might say that as a joke, but nothing with the WBC surprises me anymore. Jono, any chance of Fury becoming franchise?
Oh man, like you say, nothing surprises me that comes from the WBC either. It's just as bad as trying to listen to what's coming out of Tyson Fury's mouth. You know, you got to pick and choose what you know or think is the truth.
It's like eating a bony fish. It's a very difficult process. Really do need to pick and choose. He said McGregor was a disgrace for quitting. Now he says he wants to train with him. The great McGregor. Talking about Tyson Fury there. He could get a decision in the US this time. He's with Top Rank now. Yeah, listen, I think there's a certain amount of American love for the Fury. Hey,
I've heard a rumor that the PBC have picked 2 of the 3 judges for the fight too.
Holy hell. Well, having said that, listen, that's on Bob Arum.
Yeah.
You know, that's on Bob Arum. If that's the case, that's on Bob Arum. Tortuous interference. I'm talking to my guy Lomachenko, making offers. That Eddie Hearn. Yeah, franchise belt could be on the line. WBC. Why is boxing complicated? Okay.
At heavyweight, I can't see the sense in having a franchise champion because it's not like they're going to swap and change between weight divisions, is it? Or maybe Wilder could, because he's skinny enough.
Yeah. If I were to channel Mauricio Suleiman right now, I'd say, well, you know, anything is possible. You know, we put things to vote in our camp. We get together and we have a conversation and it goes to the vote. So whatever the board votes is, is what we go with. That's just how we do things. Very democratic over here at the WBC. I think not. Okay, so let's go on to the big one. It's Charlo ducks Andrade on video. Okay, let me just drop a link in there. Let me drop a link. We're going into the big one, LDBC. LDBC, stand up. We're going to be talking about your boy Charlo. Talking about your boy Charlo. And I think I should go into Twitter to bring up his Charlo's little video there. Charlo's little Twitter video. Let's see what's going on over here. What's going on in Twitter world? Okay, let's look for it. Okay, so I'm gonna have to navigate through this tweets and replies. Okay, I'm getting better with this Twitter thing. So let's share. Let us once again share the screen. There's Twitter. It's over here. Let's move it along. Boom. Share this. Boom. Okay, we're sharing. Okay, so what's the story? Okay, so this is from Michael Benson. Michael Benson made this post. He says Jamal Charlo savages Eddie Hearn and Demetrius Andrade after Hearn publicly revealed an offer he made to Charlo directly for a fight with Andrade. And this is Charlo's response. Okay, let's take this back to the beginning and play. Okay, doesn't want to cooperate. Let's make it small. And it disappears, but we can get it back. There is it. There it is. Okay, so let's go. It's not going to cooperate. Gonna have to reload. Tweets and replies. Okay, here we are.
Auto-tune, squeaky talking mother. I smack the play with me in person. Go to Wilder Fight. I'll see you at Wilder Fight. If you're real, go to Wilder Fight. I'll meet you at Wilder Fight. Let's turn up at Wilder Fight. Wilder Fury. Let's turn up. Jacobs, whoever want to fight me, go to Wilder Fight. And I'm going to pick you out the day of the fight. Fuck. Stop playing with me. I'm the champ. Big champ shit. You know what I mean? Hey, big champ shit. Stop playing with me. Yeah, tell them that. What's his name? Eddie Hearns to call Al Heyman. You know, like I don't do that shit. You put the shit together. So Eddie Hearns, yo Eddie boy. Bitch, call Al. Stop calling me. The fucking look like I don't fucking make fights. You stupid ass queer. You make the fights if you want to make it. All right, holler at me later.
Damn. Where do I begin with that? So I had a message from my Australian buddy, Arkham Watcher. Been over here a few times. Remember, he's jumped on live a few times. Arkham said Andrade is the B-side. Did you look at the link? Hold on. Oh no. There's a tweet which went missing. Where is it? Where is it in the timeline? There's a missing tweet. Show more replies. Okay. Show more replies. What's going to happen there? Okay. So, So let's get the sequence properly. Okay. So I responded to that video posted by Michael Benson. And I responded as follows. This Charlo cat really doesn't want to fight, does he? Accept the offer if you want the damn fight. Talking about come and meet me at the Wilder fight. What a ducker. And then Arkham the Watcher responded, but it says here the tweet is unavailable. So I assumed that he deleted it and said so in the video. He said he didn't delete it. But anyway, so I responded to that tweet there. And that tweet which is now missing was basically a link to an article. And in that article, it said that on December the 13th, Andrade declined to fight Charlo. And I said, what the hell? December 2019? That happened in December. I never heard a damn thing about it. And it was very fishy to me. So I did some research. And my research showed, I want to share that. Where is it? Is it still up? Is that still up? I don't know. It's in the video anyway. It's in the video. So my research showed an article from 2014. 2014, that's 6 years ago. Pretty much 5.5 because it was late in that year. Yeah, so, and that article said that Andrade did indeed decline an offer because it was a very low ball offer. It was low money. Their promoters back then just said, yeah, we got an offer for you. And here it is. We've got a fight for you. You've got a fight arranged. And they didn't like the fact that they were not consulted. That's Andrade and his father, who's his manager and trainer. And they said no, pay us some proper money. They were paying us like to $250,000. They were paying them like $250,000. Said no, we're champions. Pay us proper money. And so indeed, 6 years later, Eddie Hearn sends over the $7 million offer, which he shows on his phone, email. Sent it to Charlo and said he ain't heard nothing from Jamal Charlo since. So yeah, and my response was, where was the December the 13th fight announced? Where was he announced? Because I was still thinking it was 2019. And why would Andrade be fighting on Showtime? A Showtime triple header. Yeah, it was a triple header back in 2014. A triple header when Showtime have 1 foot out of the door. Because I thought this was 2019 he was talking about. And why would Andrade be fighting on Showtime when the Zone are the money people right now? That was what I wrote, thinking that it was 2019. That some news that nobody heard. Andrade is the B-side. Did you not look at the link? Says the watcher. Why did you delete your post? Why did you delete the post with the link? I didn't delete it. Okay, that was the watcher. And then my final tweet in this response was, it says tweets unavailable at my end. No worries. I opened it prior to it disappearing. Then I searched for the proper date and found it was from 2014. Laugh my ass off. They were offering Andrade Trump chains. There's king money on the table now. And while I'm there, I might as well click on the link because I included the link. That was good practice and boom, it works out. So this was the article dated November 18th of November 2014. It's very small, but I've highlighted it. What's going on here? Okay, just taking care of something there. Okay, that's good. Okay, so this article, I repeat, from 2014. I'm going to read it out for you. It's not an article. It is an article. It's from Dan Raphael. Somebody's just jumped on. I can't see you right now, but stick around. When I come out to this page, I'll let you in. Okay, so junior middleweight world title holder Demetrius Andrade is unhappy with his purse and by the lack of communication with his promoters, and has dropped out of a defense scheduled against Jamel Charlo on December 13th, 2014 at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Okay, this is from an article in 2014. I reiterate. Okay, although Charlo's promoter Golden Boy Promotions at that time and Showtime, which was going to televise the bout as the opener on a triple header, they announced the fight in October 31st. Andrade Charlo was never finalized and is now off. It's unfortunate, as it was a good move for Demetrius and his career, but we are trying to reschedule it for another date, and we'll hopefully have some more news next week after I get back from Macau and get together with him, says Joe Gordina. of Star Boxing, who co-promotes Andrade with Artie Palello at Banner Promotions. Okay, so there's a load of little promotional companies he was working with back then. Didn't have no real promotional push. Okay, so DeGardia and Palello, who also co-promote Chris Algieri, are in Macau this week for Algieri's fight against welterweight title holder Manny Pacquiao on Saturday. Okay, so Paul Andrade, Demetrius's father and trainer, who guides his career, was upset about how things went down in the making of the fight. They make fights without talking to us, he said. They said they had a deal for us to fight Charlo. We said, really? We're fine fighting Charlo. But then we started talking about money, and it wasn't worth the money. We held off for as long as we could before it was a wrap. It's like Artie and Joe. They're both my boys, but I get mad because we didn't get to discuss the opponent or anything. They just gave us Charlo. And we're like, oh, okay, but what's the money like? And they said we were offered $250,000, which was eventually increased to $300,000. But yeah, that was not enough. That was chicken feed. We've done our cheap fights already, and we want the real fights. We want the real money, rather. We want the real money. Okay, so where are we? Let's go back into So that was my response, and that is my well. What is my response? Have I responded? Have I actually given my opinion? I don't think I have. Have I? I don't think I've given my full response on that situation. So let me go ahead. And give you my opinion on the situation. I think I can stop sharing now. Okay, let's come out of that and go over here. Okay. Oh, damn. Yes. Okay, Big Boys Boxing, I see you. You're on. Okay, so my opinion on the thing is in responding to what Charlo had to say. There's quite a few things to chop up.
Demetrius Andrade, auto-tune.
Hold on. Let me share that again. Because I want to chop this up piece by piece. So let's go back into it. Okay. All right, we're sharing. So let's go.
Demetrius Andrade, auto-tune, squeaky talking mother. I smack the play with me in person. Go to Wilder fight. I'll see you at Wilder fight. If you real, go to Wilder.
Okay, so in that instance there, I've been talking with some LDBC guys. I was supposed to come in here tonight. Came in early, disappeared. But okay, I was talking about some LDBC guys, and they were saying that Charlo, in that statement, when he says come to Wilder fight, he was basically giving Andrade an invitation to come and discuss the fight. My counteraction to that is very simple. He said, I'll beat the ish out of you. Come to the Wilder fight. I put it to you, Big Boys Boxing.
Squeaky talking mother. I smack the play with me in person. Go to Wilder fight.
I put it to you, Big Boys Boxing, that is not an invitation to come and discuss a potential fight.
No, it's not. He wants a scrap. Well, what's the point in that? You know? And why come to the Wilder fight? Is he trying to sell tickets because they're not selling tickets? Man, I don't get it. And through another thing, in that video, he says he ain't the one who organizes fights. So why would they go and see him?
Big Boys Boxing, fear not. Fear not. We're coming to that. We're doing this sequence in a sequential flow. We're starting off at the beginning, so don't worry, we're coming to that. Yeah, so but let's talk about that though. Let's talk about the first thing. The foolish argument. LDBC, you were invited. You know who you are. I invited you by name. We were talking about it earlier today. LDBC people, you know who you are. You were invited to come over here and talk about this, and you are nowhere to be seen. But we're still doing it. We're still doing it. And we can talk. Yeah. So that first sentence, I'll smack the ish out of you. I don't want to misquote the guy, so I'm gonna rewind it.
Demetrius Andrade, auto-tune, squeaky talking motherfucker. I smack the play with me in person. Go to Wilder fight.
Demetrius Johnson, squeaky auto-tune. Demetrius Andrade, squeaky auto-tune. I will smack the ish out of you. Come to Wilder fight. Come to Wilder fight. Come see me at Wilder fight. A ridiculous assertion is that was an invitation to come and cordially discuss the matchup. The Eddie Hearn, the Matchroom, the DAZN offer for $7 million, which they've offered Demetrius. No, they've offered Charlo an offer which was sent directly to Charlo because he said he was his own promoter. Eddie Hearn sent it directly to the man himself. And yeah, that is his response. Anger, rage. I'll smack the ish out of you. Come see me at the Wilder fight. Both Jono and I agree that statement is not a statement saying, hey, buddy, let's come and make the fight. Come and see me. Let's arrange it. Let's arrange a meeting place, time and place. And, you have your promoter. I'm my own promoter, but I'll bring an extra promoter. Might be Al Heyman, and we can discuss the fight. That's not what happened there, Jono.
Hell no. It's a threat. I mean, This is about boxing. It ain't about street fighting. So this dude has got to get off his high horse, learn some better England for starters.
Yeah.
And, do what it does to make the fight. These PBC fighters keep saying they're their own boss. Eddie sent the boss an offer, and he says, I don't make the fights. You queer? What a knob.
Utterly ridiculous and bizarre. We're going to touch on a few of these comments and then carry on with the dissection of that hilarious video made by Charlo. Okay, Philip Carl Roberts says PBC picked 2 of the 3. Damn, that's a surprise. I bet Andrade and Adelaide Bird is one of them. Bloody hell. She's one of them, mate. Finished. Is one of them. She always sees something nobody else does. I'm sure she takes hallucinogenics. Yeah, if she does, she gives hallucinogenics a bad name. Funny the Charlo thing. I watched an interview with Hearn earlier, and Charlo said that he was his own boss. So Hearn sent him the offer, and Charlo said, what are you talking to me for? What are you talking to me for? Stop calling me. Yeah, madness. That Bert, oh dear. Yes, and several others. The biggest blunder on her Canelo GGG scorecard was giving Canelo round 9, which is a clear round for GGG. Her scoring was absolutely abysmal. Well, you were there, Red Glove Militant. You know who should be here. Those LDBC representatives, they should have been here to chop this up and defend it as stoutly in front of camera as they did behind it. They were in stout defense of the nonsense, talking about Charlo just wants a meeting. As that sound, but I think I annihilated those cats with pure, cool, calm logic. Yeah, it wasn't Cali this time. It was some LDBC. I'm cordial with those guys. Some of those guys, but they should have been here. Red Glove, the PBC fighters are slaves to Al Heyman, even if they won't admit it. He's their pimp. Oh, damn. LDBC, do you have no shame? Will you not come and defend yourself? The clarion call has been sent. I'm gonna leave that one up there. I'm gonna leave that one up there. That might tempt a few of the LDBC up in the building. That might tease them out, smoke them out. That might smoke them out. Smash that like button, people. Hit that subscribe button if you have not subscribed already. And yeah, like, subscribe, comment, and for sure, share on your all forms of social media. Okay, we're gonna go back into what Charlo said. That's what I should call this segment, what Charlo said. Okay, so let's continue.
I'll see you at Wilder Fight. If you real, go to Wilder Fight. I'll meet you at Wilder Fight. Let's turn up at Wilder Fight. Wilder Fury. Let's turn up. Jacobs, whoever want to fight me, go to Wilder Fight. I'm going to pick you out the day of the fight.
Okay, just a little aside, quick aside. He mentions Daniel Jacobs. This man should never have Daniel Jacobs in his mouth. Do you recall Big Boys Boxing? I don't know if you saw the confrontation when Daniel Jacob stepped to Jamal here in that hallway. And Jamal had a very different energy. I don't know if you remember that.
No, I didn't see that one.
Oh, you haven't seen that one? It was a few years ago when Daniel Jacobs bumps into Charlo in the hallway, and they have Daniel Jacobs says, "You haven't even touched the M yet. You ain't even touched the M yet." And
No, I haven't seen it.
you never saw that? Damn,
No.
that's a classic. If I find it, I'll send it to you. I'll send you the link. That's a classic. Yeah, that's a classic. Jamal didn't seem as animated then, Big Boys. He seemed a lot calmer. He seemed to be much more on his P's and Q's, Big Boys.
Well, it'll be interesting if one of them does turn up, Jacobs or Andrade turns up and they see him. Is he going to change his tone again? More than likely, unless he's got 50 of his entourage behind him.
There you go. I think it's going to be an entourage thing. I mean, who wants to turn up for an entourage fight?
Yeah.
You know, you just want to make an official license to fight, but you get invited to a bodyguard fight, because I think that's what it would amount to. I mean, the Charlos, the likes of the PBC guys, they walk around with those big entourages. I don't tend to see Andrade doing that. And the thing is, those entourages cost money. Ask Mike Tyson, Big Boys Boxing.
Yep, the hangers on cost, all right.
Yeah, cost a lot of money to maintain. Those entourages.
Yep, they all take a little piece. It adds up.
Yeah, a little piece here, a little piece there. Next thing you know, that's a whole big chunk of change. But anyway, I digress. Let us continue. Andrade, speak.
Fuck, stop playing with me. I'm the champ. Big champ shit. You know what I mean? Hey, big champ shit. Stop playing with me. Yeah, tell him that. What's his name? Eddie Hearns to call Al Heyman. You know, like, I don't do that shit. You put the shit together. To Eddie Hearns. Yo, Eddie boy. Bitch, call Al. Stop calling me. The fucking look like I don't fucking make fights, you stupid ass queer.
Okay, so the man who proclaimed himself to be his own promoter just said, stop calling me Eddie. I don't make fights. Call Al. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but does that not sound like Al Heyman is Jamel Charlo's promoter? Big Boys Boxing. What say you?
Promoter, manager, slave master, whatever you want to call it. Jamal Charlo has just proven to everybody who keeps saying that PBC fighters are their own boss that they ain't. Nothing like it. They can't make fights. They're not their own boss.
Jamal Charlo just throwing himself under the bus. Damn. You know, he's baiting his own self up. Okay, and to finish.
You make the fights if you want to make it. All right, holler at me later.
And just to finish off, just to top it off, Jamel Charlo once again contradicts himself beautifully contradicts himself. He says, stop calling me. You make the fights. You make the fights. Call me. Stop calling me. Call me. The man's a walking paradox, Big Boys Boxing, a walking paradox.
Yeah, man. If he can't make fights, then why is he asking people to come see him?
Yeah.
He's a muppet.
Yeah. Yeah. He can't make fights. He can't make fights. So, but he say, come see me. Come see me. LDBC, where are you? I sent the invitation out with ample notice. You know who you are. I called you by name.
Come back up your boy. Come on.
Back up your boy. You're getting roasted. You're getting a wicked roasting over here. And it's shameful that you won't come. You defended him behind the scenes. Now we have an open forum. The world tunes in. Come and defend yourself in front of the world. Come. What have I put the link in? I put the link in several times. I shall do it again.
It's right there.
You know, it's right there. I've done it again. I've done it multiple times. I told you what the topic was. You know what the topic was. I don't want to hear no talking, no squawking after this point. This was your chance to come and defend your position publicly. You've done it behind the scenes. Now, I want to see if you have the gonads, if you have the testicular fortitude to come and publicly say what you said behind the sceens.
I want to hear the excuse because this don't make no sense to me. What is the excuse?
Well, as a matter of fact, what I'm going to do is, since I'm not going to share this, but I'm going to visually, but I will go into the private chat. I'll go into the private chat and come out with I won't name the names of the individual contributors. Where are we? Yeah, there it is. We're in the ballpark area. Where is it? Has that post been deleted? No. It's just a lot of people respond. Well, not a lot of people. A few people responded many times. Okay. Yeah, I think my original post has gone AWOL, but never mind. Where are we? These two. No. Okay, it's there. No. It's there. Hasn't been deleted. Okay, so who were the Raphael? Actually, I'll name YG because he comes over here. YG wrote, Raphael, how you ducking when he asked the man to show up and make the fight? That was you, YG. You said that, YG. YG said, Raphael, how is Jamel ducking when he asked the man to show up and make the fight? So he's saying, I'll smack the ish out of you. Come see me and I'll smack the ish out of you at Wilder fight. My good friend YG there. He's saying that was an invitation for Andrade to come and have a cordial discussion and hopefully reach an agreement on making the fight. So that was one argument.
Yet in the same video, he says, I don't make the fights, you queer.
Yes. Exactly. Another fella said, what was his argument? That's what Lara did to Canelo. He showed up and crashed his post-fight conference to make the fight with Canelo. That was his argument. YG comes back with, he's saying, let's meet up and talk about the fight.
Not what I heard.
That's not what I heard either. YG, I thought you was going to come in and defend your position, state your position to the people.
A word of advice for YG. Go and get an audiology test, brother.
Oh, dear. Damn. Yeah, come in and defend yourself, YG. Come in and defend yourself, bro. You know, you was here earlier. You was one of the few first few posters. Come in, bro. Come in and speak your talk. Talk your talk. My response to that was lol. He said he's his own promoter. Now he tells Eddie to stop talking to me. Talk to Al. Ha ha ha. You want it or he don't want it. What is it? Step 1, respond to the email. Then take it from there. Andrade has not said let's meet up and make the fight. No fights get made at Wilder Fight. Boxing Talk with Raphie, 10 p.m. UK time. You know what it is. Okay. And what else? What was the responses? What were the responses? Well, Charlo did respond in somewhat of a vague way. He wants a meeting with Andrade, and I don't see that as an issue. This is what I don't understand. You guys ridiculed Wilder's team for refusing to meet with Joshua's team. Unless Team Joshua accepted the offer sent by email, and yet Charlo didn't accept Hearn's offer to fight Andrade unless he gets a meeting with Andrade. What? Charlo didn't accept Hearn's offer to fight Andrade unless he gets a... Oh, okay. So this guy is saying that Charlo is asking for a meeting. That was Charlo's method of asking for a meeting. And I think that is utterly and totally ridiculous.
If he wanted a meeting, he shouldn't have talked about smacking the ish out of somebody.
Yeah. That's
not a meeting.
That's like a gangland meeting. That's not an office meeting.
Business meeting? No way.
No, that's not a cordial and civil meeting. You don't say, when I see you, I'm gonna smack the ish out of you. Let's have a. No. That's not a meeting. I'm afraid that is not a meeting.
Meetings don't happen in the crowd at a fight either. When you're talking business, they happen in an office, if you want to, or at a restaurant or something.
I was gonna say, yeah, meetings typically they don't occur in a crowd of a sport game or a boxing match. That's not where meetings take place. Meetings take place in places where parties can be clearly heard. Parties can preferably be facing each other, or if it's or it could be a tele meeting, it could be via satellite, by Skype, but people tend to be facing each other somewhat in meetings. They occur typically in places where each participating party in the meeting can be clearly heard, and preferably and typically in an office space. At a restaurant, you could have a meeting over a dinner, lunch, brunch, breakfast, but not in the crowd of a major fight. So those lame excuses, I'm sorry, but all they are is lame excuses. It's people. You see, I think it's delusional. It's delusional talking. It's people being delusional, people trying to back or defend the indefensible. That's what it is. People trying to defend the indefensible, people trying to rationalize the irrational, or taking something irrational and trying to say, no, trying to rationalize, trying to say, no, he actually meant this. No, he meant what he said. He said, when come see me and I smack the ish out of you. Come see me at the Wilder Fight. That is not a meeting.
A Red Glove Militant in the chat has explained about a meeting there between you and I. Yeah.
Red Glove Militant. No, I must have missed the part of Big Boys and Raphie. Let me read this. I must have missed the part where Big Boys and Raphie told each other about how they would slap the ish out of each other before they started talking about. But really, I don't remember that meeting.
Apparently, that's how it's supposed to work, according to Charlo.
According to Charlo. Oh, yeah, I get you. According to Charlo. Damn, that went right over my head. Went right over my head. Can I get the timestamp, or you want the meat? You want the minutes? Yeah. We should have some minutes for that. We should have some minutes for that. Let me go back into the chat. Let me get these out there. PBC fighters. Yeah, PBC fighters are slaves to Al Heyman. Yeah, I mean, LDBC, where you at? Come and defend yourselves. I don't understand why all of a sudden you LDBC guys, and I know you're in here, you know, you're turned into pacifists. Really? Pacifists? Come on now.
Maybe Al Heyman told them to keep their mouth shut.
Did Massa Heyman talk to you LDBC guys? Come on, man. I mean, I put it out there. I make myself available for you to come and say your piece. I'll let you on. The link is in the chat. I mean, you've got an open forum. So, you know, you come and defend your people, man. Come and defend your people. I don't know what I can tell you. Adelaide Bird, yeah. Man, how times have changed. It used to be white men who had Oh, man. Oh, yeah, I know. That's exactly what he is. It's exactly what he is. But I think, you know, these people are mentally enslaved. I mean, is it contractually? Is it mentally? How are they enslaved? Because Massa Heyman does seem to have these guys locked down. What is it? Mentally? Is it physically? What is it? Is it contractually? Big Boys Boxing. What is it? How does he control these boys?
I don't know. I think he's got to be slipping them some kind of truth serum to be able to brainwash them or something, man, because they seem extremely dumb to me after they've been with Al Heyman for 12 months.
He's put some chip in them. He's chipped them. He's put a brain rotting chip in their brains, and he's just, what is it, a lobotomy? He's had them lobotomized.
Look for the scars, y'all. Look for the
scars. He's had them lobotomized because those guys just aren't. Listen, no, but in all seriousness, what is it that he does over there? Because he does seem to have those guys locked down. They seem content as well. They seem happy. They're not. They're not sending out any secret signals. They're not in front of the camera trying to alert that they're hostages or something of this nature. They're not trying to send signals to help. They're not writing down helping. You know, mouthing help as they drive past in the limo. What is going on? What is the control? He's got control over those guys. What's going on? What is it?
I know. I reckon he tells them, just be patient. I can do for you what I did for Floyd.
Damn. You know, this is you know, in all seriousness, I mean, that could be a part of it. It could really be. I mean, we joke about the pimp thing and what have you. But I think he really might be in a sense, he's almost potentially, we don't know how he does it, but potentially one of his methods of control, one of his means of controlling these guys could actually be promises. You know, we did it for Floyd. That's Floyd Mayweather. That's Floyd Mayweather. That's Floyd Mayweather training camp money. You know, that's Floyd Mayweather training camp money. These people are trying to screw you over, not on my watch. As long as you with PBC, boy, we're going to take care of you. We're going to look after you. There's people over there. You know that Eddie Hearn over there? Eddie Hearns? Yeah, Eddie Hearn's old boy over there, man. He's a Satanist. I've heard it. Somebody said they saw him and he was at a Satanist meeting. And they're you know, them boys, they're with all kinds of satanic rituals. You know, him, Bill Clinton, all of them boys, they're the same. You know, gotta watch out for them boys. Epstein's still alive, by the way. He's still on his island. Those guys there, you don't want to go within 10 miles of those guys. Big Boys Boxing, mind control.
That's what it is, man. That's all it is. He's got them on a string. He's got bait. They never get to the bait, but he keeps hanging it in front of their nose, and they do exactly what he says.
Damn. Damn. Hey, would it not be worth Frank Warren's while to invest in that course, the Al Heyman course? Invest in it. You know, $1 million just for the teach me your ways, Al Heyman. Teach me your ways. How do you keep your guys? I'm having a hell of a lot of trouble keeping my guys over here in London.
Well, this is saying something, but maybe Frank Warren's a much nicer person deep
Frank
down.
Warren?
And that's saying something, isn't it?
Oh, fish eyes?
Fish eyes, nicer than Al Heyman.
Brick top?
Do his fighters make more money than the PBC fighters do? PBC fighters don't tend to get paid a lot unless you're Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. The one guy that they all aspire to be. I won't name the individuals because they're already mad at me. Yeah, Red Glove was there. He knows the individuals I'm talking about. It should have been over here. I dropped the link multiple times. You had the opportunity to come. You had the opportunity to come defend your boy, and you didn't do it. Shameful. You could have defended your boy. But anyway, Charlo not talking about around the table discussion. There is he? No, he most certainly is not. Red Glove, they say it because they don't want to admit they are Heyman's biatches. And that's a tough thing for any man to admit. Don't talk to me, but come to the Wilder fight so we can talk about making the fight. OMG. Andrade's promoter is Eddie. Supposedly, Charlie promotes himself. It's a very different situation. Very different situation indeed. Cal L says, where are we here? Cal says both fighters should come on Combat Radio and Raphael do the mediation. Absolutely. We'll sort it out in a nice and proper way. Parliamentary procedure will be upheld.
Can have a proper meeting on here without any chance of anybody smacking the ish out of each other.
Yes, exactly. It'll be a very safe space. It'll be a very safe space for everyone concerned. And it could be a live broadcast, or we could do it privately and then go live when we come to the arrangements. Of course, I will secretly record the thing and release it later on. How the deal was made. That'll be a documentary. That's just talk. He's not serious about the fight or outside the ring. He wants some videos for the gram. Oh, well, at least Wild Soul's turned up. Wild Soul, the XLDBC guy. At least he's turned up. Wild Soul's not afraid to come and talk. Wild Soul. Robert Navarro. Charlo said Forbes don't even know what I make. Forbes don't know who he is.
Or Forbes don't care either.
Forbes don't give a rat's ass. Who's that Charlo boy? What good is it for Andrade to turn up to the fight when Heyman doesn't come out in public? That's a good point. And as we all know, Heyman is the boss, not the fighters. That's 100% right. These PBC fighters, they're like Stepford wives. You've seen what was that film called? With Yul Brynner. Everybody's Cool Runnings. No. Yul Brynner, the cowboy thing. When everybody's Stepford wives, everybody's a robot. They're walking around in a Western setting. It's one of the best films ever. I'll remember later and put it in the and drop it in the comments underneath the video. I'll remember. It'll come to me. Brilliant film, one of the best films ever, and it featured the Stepford wives. Am I confusing the two? Stepford Wives, that was the name of one of the films. Yeah, Stepford Wives is a name of one of the things. I think that was a sequel. The Stepford Wives was the sequel, but there was a film before the Stepford Wives. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. When I remember, I will share. Okay, Eddie Hearn's daddy was self-proclaimed Slave master, knock it off. Slave master, no, he said we promoters were like, it was humor. It was humor. It was dark humor. It was a humorous thing. It was a self-deprecating humor. He said we were like, we were like, not we were like, we were like. They weren't slave masters, obviously, because slavery is abolished. We were like. That's what he was saying. We were like.
He also said they were like slave contracts.
Yeah.
And they had to call us Mr. Now I have to turn around and call him Mr. White.
Yes. Yes. So let's not take things out of context, please. Let's get the whole story. He never said he was a slave master at no point. That's slanderous. That's slanderous remark. Slanderous. LDBC. Do you have testicular fortitude to debate live on RDCR? Stop ducking Dawkins. Stop doing it. Come on live. The link has been put in the chat on multiple occasions. I'm a nice guy. I'm very reasonable. So why hold back? Why hold back? Some private messages coming there, but not pertaining to the topic. We're coming to the close of the show because I think I said everything I needed to say. Jono, I think we chopped it up very nicely.
Yeah, man, I'm going to have to go anyway, mate.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on, brother. I appreciate it. I'll catch you next time.
Absolutely, 100%. Thank goes out to Big Boys Boxing for jumping on live. Raphie Dawkins Combat Radio. He's got his own shizzle popping off over there. Go check him out. Thank you, Big Boys Boxing.
Sweet ass.
Okay, so where are we? Still scrolling down some of these comments. Where we at? Will says there must be something. Maybe a lifetime stream of money. Maybe free streaming, lifetime. What do you mean? A lifetime subscription to X Hamster? Is that what we're talking about? Lifetime free streaming of adult sites? Is that what we're talking about? Is that what we're talking about? Lifetime streaming to adult sites? Is that the temptation? Oh dear. Oh, fish eyes with a dent in his forehead. Oh dear. Frank Warren is known to rip off some boxers, some of his own fighters. Someone shot him, and the rumor is it was someone Warren managed. Yes, indeed, that happened back in the Dizzy. Westworld. Okay, everybody, one of the best films in the entire history of the world is called Westworld. Man, I watched that shizzle when I was a kid. It blew my mind. And I think from that film, there was a spin-off called The Stepford Wives. That film, Westworld, gave me chills. It was awesome. You didn't know. Somebody, can I get an amen? Westworld is an awesome film. It's an old film by now, but it gave me chills back in the Dizzy when Raphie was just a little boy. Awesome film, Westworld. Haven't seen it in years. Westworld, awesome. And that was courtesy of BH. Phillip Roberts was on it too. Excellente. Yes, peace goes out to the Triple B. What is this? What does this mean? Pros Boxing Legends signs. So let me go and have a look at that. Where's that? Boom. What's going on here? What's going on here? Conor McGregor. What's going on? Let me share this. Let me share this. Well, actually, before I go and share that, let me just finish up this section here. Yeah, nice little chat. Yeah. Indeed, indeed. I don't know, man. I don't know. I found a phone once and it was just up on the screen. I obviously took the phone to the police station and said someone has lost their phone on the bus, officer. That's how I found out about that particular site, my friend. Of course, I've never been there since. I was very disturbed. Oh, it's all lies. It's all lies. Yes, Cal L. Yeah, I was looking to buy a hamster at the time. And I accidentally typed in some incorrect digits. And what a shock that turned out to be. Westworld is an absolute classic. I should watch that film again. It's marvelous. I say it's one of the best films in the history of the world. I remember that film like it was yesterday. I wonder if they got it on Netflix. Westworld. I better write that down so I don't forget it. There's certain films that you should watch every 10 years or so, and Westworld is one of them. Westworld. Boom, boom, boom. I love those classics. Yeah, it's kind of like buying a used car, but cheaper. Absolutely. Yeah, perusal. No, I'm not familiar with the Westworld show. The Westworld show, is that a real thing? Pre-used hamsters. Pre-used hamster. Yeah. I meant what do you call it? I meant Westminster. Okay. So oh dear, that took a turn for the worst. Hey, that went south quickly, didn't it? That went south. South. How do I get rid of this crapola? Okay. Oh no, it's one of those sites. Okay, so I've got that big heading. I just want to stop seeing that video. Okay, so Conor McGregor could be edging closer to a Manny Pacquiao showdown after the boxing legend signs deal with the Irish UFC stars management team. What the hell is this? Manny Pacquiao signing to Conor McGregor's management team? Let me get some deeper information on this. Let's go deeper. Okay. So, Conor McGregor is now closer to, we read that. The Irishman could return to, Pacquiao signed with the same management company as okay, so this is the key thing. Because I was wondering, I thought the way it read to me was that Manny Pacquiao signed with a management team owned by McGregor. Not that he signed with the same management company as McGregor, but that he signed with a management team that was owned by McGregor. But no, this makes so much sense. So Pacquiao has signed with the same management company as UFC star McGregor. Talks will be much easier to facilitate for a lucrative bout to happen. Okay, that makes it clearer. For me. But I don't think Pacquiao. We're obviously talking boxing. I mean, does anybody seriously think that Conor McGregor wants it with Pacquiao? I think Pacquiao would maul him. Give him a proper mauling. 41-year-old signed. The 41-year-old has this week signed a deal with McGregor's management company. You see, that's where it gets complicated. That's where it gets messy, where people misunderstand, where I kind of misunderstood. What it should read is the 41-year-old Pacquiao has signed a deal with Paridium. I don't know how you pronounce that. Paridium Sports. And Paridium Sports also manage Conor McGregor. Paridium have pledged to take care of Pacquiao's commercial and competitive endeavors, meaning a blockbuster meeting with McGregor is now high up on the list of priorities. Well, that's a bit of a jump, isn't it? That's a bit of a jump. It don't mean he's got anything to do with McGregor whatsoever. He signed with the same management company, yes, but that don't mean that it's got anything to do with McGregor. However, if there is any inclination or desire on the part of Pacquiao to fight Conor, then it makes it easier. But I've not seen anything to convince me that there's any overwhelming desire. I don't know. But if it happens, would I watch it? I might. Would I pay for it? Only because the only reason I'd pay for it is because I'm covering it. I'd be covering it on the show. Would I be covering it on the show? Yeah, I'd cover it on the show. And because I cover it on the show, obviously I'm not going to trust anything dodgy. The stream has got to be reliable and quick. So obviously I'm going to go the legit route. So I would pay for it, but really only because I was be covering it. But it's not like it's not like when McGregor fought Floyd, where I don't know. I didn't know what was going to happen. Floyd should win. He's the master boxer, but I was just thinking, what if McGregor just goes in there and just bum rushes the show? I don't know. I thought that McGregor had the tiniest chance. Not originally, but as time went by, I got a little bit brainwashed. I think I got a little bit influenced by some people who say, hey, McGregor could just go in there and put it on him. McGregor might just put it on him. So I think I kind of let that seep in a little bit. That mentality did seep into my cranium just a little bit. And so by the time the fight came around, I genuinely thought that McGregor had a chance. But after seeing what Floyd did to McGregor, after seeing the reality of that, no, I'm sorry, but just no. No. I just don't see it happening. I just can't see McGregor. There's no intrigue for me. There's no intrigue involved in that for me. There's no question mark about who's going to win, or it might be tricky, it might be this, it might be that. No, just no. There is no intrigue whatsoever. I just think Pacquiao would do him. Oh, yeah, that thing is very popular. Yeah. It's funny, but I don't tend to watch series after the main film. And I don't watch too many sequels either. Like if there's a second part to a film, I might watch the second part to a film. But the third part, no. I watch a film and I might watch the sequel, but that's it. Yeah. Red Glove Militant just said that was it Red Glove? Was it Red Glove or Pablo? Yeah, it was Red Glove Militant just said that there was a HBO series of Westworld, but I'm not really into series. To be honest, I very rarely watch TV at all. You know what I'm saying? If I want to watch something, chances are it's a documentary or it's real life stuff, and I'll watch that stuff online. My TV, I barely turn it on. You know what I'm saying? So series, no. It's all documentary stuff for me, real life stuff, and the entertaining stuff. There's some entertaining stuff I watch, but it tends to be sports related or sports chat. Not always boxing chat. Boxing chat is just a portion of what I watch. There's other sports, combat sports and non-combat sports and sports chats and conversations like these that happen in different arenas with people whom I find entertaining, people who get guests on. So I watch shows similar to this, but not as good as this. I'm joking. Similar to this in different genres. That is my thing. Different areas, different topics. Right about now, truth be told, I'm in a rabbit hole. I'm in a deep rabbit hole. About reading, talking, learning about the European elite, the American elites, organizations, banking, commerce, fraud in all of those areas. I'm just massively into fraud. I'm massively into the fraudulent ways of man, and the way that the elites outthink, outmaneuver, and easily out-strategize the common man. I'm in a big rabbit hole on that one. Big rabbit hole. All I need is food, water, a job so I can buy food, water, and just dive into that rabbit hole. My favorite film ever is The Matrix. So, all that funny shizzle, all that societal funny business, tricks, governmental fraud, the way the governments, banks, the elites, the few who own the most. Those are the things that I watch. I mean, I can quite happily go a month or two without watching a film. I mean, my films are documentaries. And of those, I can watch several of those within one day. I can get in 3 1-hour documentaries in a day. It's been a great day for me. But of course, I love my boxing talk with the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio Boxing crew and all kinds of crews who like entertaining, informative boxing chat. I think it would be a clean KO and Pacquiao win. And the Pacquiao win if McGregor ever boxed him. Yeah. I mean, I don't doubt it. There's no question in my mind. Yeah, there's no question in my mind. I have no desire to see that fight. It's what for? For me to see Pacquiao dismantle McGregor? It would be hilarious to watch. Don't get me wrong. If it's on a comedy level, if we're talking comedy for fun, yeah, then fine. But as a boxing match, no. The Floyd fight told me everything I need to know about Conor as a boxer. No, just no. Just no. Yeah, just if it's for comedy, then fine. Anything other than that, no. Floyd was just toying. He was just toying with him. I saw that very clearly. He was just toying with him. Pac-Man wouldn't muck around. He don't muck around. No messing around. You just go in there. You just dismantle him. You tear him up. Limb by limb. Godfather 3. No Home Alone 3. None of them threes. I watched the original. At the push, I'll watch a sequel. But that's it. BH Shogun Boxing. No, I think I watched Power once. And it wasn't even the whole thing. It was just a portion of the first episode. And then I could see that there was coming with a homosexual agenda. They were pushing a homosexual agenda and just trying to slide that in as if it was just everyday living for everybody. It's not everyday living for everybody. It's everyday living to a homosexual. But I'm not. I don't care to watch a show featuring those elements. I don't want those elements in a show when I'm watching it. I don't need it. Why do I need that for? You know what I'm saying? I don't need that at all. So in answer to your question is absolutely not. I watched a small portion of the first episode and then banned from the household. I don't require that element. Simply, everybody's entitled to live their life. They want to live it. Me, nah. I don't want that element in the show that I'm watching for entertainment. No. No, if it's a documentary, then, you know, fair enough. Friday the 13th movie out of the question for Raphie. Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th. Yeah, Friday the 13th, the first. Maybe. Maybe the second. But after that, no. No. You've seen Rambo 3 and Rocky 3. I can't remember. The only Rambo that I really remember is the first Rambo. I did see a subsequent Rambo, and I can't remember it because, like I said before, yeah, I think I might have seen Rambo. There was a big high budget one with him. The advert was him flying through the air. Yeah, I watched that, and I can't remember a damn thing about it. They just don't resonate with me. The sequel, the thing after the thing after the thing. And I think one of the most disappointing sequels or threequel, one of the most disappointing sequel I ever saw was The Matrix 2, whatever they call it, Reloaded. It was the biggest pile of car the one could ever imagine. It was high budget car. And for me, the only Rambo was Rambo 1. I think there was a high budget one which was kind of entertaining many, many years ago. I can't remember a damn thing about it. But the original Rambo, the original films are classics. I like classics. It's very rare that you have a sequel which is a classic. Maybe The Godfather. Maybe The Godfather sequel was a classic, but I can't remember it. I just remember the first films. I don't remember sequels, threequels. Nah. Rocky 3, I only remember Rocky 1. And I have a vague memory of him in a a white V-neck sweater. I think I was a kid at the time and he looked all buff and I liked the way his muscles were popping. He was washing a black sports car. And that's all I can remember. I only remember the first thing, the second thing. Nah, I have no memory for the latter things. I only remember the classics, and the classics are the first ones. Empire. What you mean? Empire. What do you mean? Empire, not power. That's not a full sentence, bro. That's not a full sentence. Oh, I remember Clubber Lang. Yeah. I remember Clubber Lang. Was that 3? Okay, whichever Clubber Lang was in, I remember that. Listen, I remember Clubber Lang. I remember the first Rocky when he drank the egg. He cracked the egg in a glass cup, and then he drank it. And then I said, yeah, we're going to do that as well. Me and my cousin said, yeah, we're going to do that. And went home, we cracked the egg, put it in a glass. I said, no, I'm not doing that. We said we're not going to. We said we looked at it, smelled it, said, no, I'm not doing that. I never did it. But Clubber Lang, I remember Clubber Lang, and I remember Dolph Lundgren. Whichever one, the Russian, the destroyer, Ivan Drago. Okay. I remember Clubber Lang and I remember Drago. So maybe Rocky is the exception. The exception to the rule. Yeah, I remember that. Halloween. Those kids, those films. I never watched no sequels. I remember. Was it Jason? Was it Friday the 13th? I remember Jason. Friday the 13th of Jason. Halloween. I vaguely remember that, but I couldn't tell you what the script was, the plot was. What was that film where that woman was growing a machine in her belly? I think it was Julie Christie. Way back in the day. It could have been Donald Sutherland as well. Could have been a film starring Julie Christie, who looked super. She looked super good back in the day. Sexy as hell. Julie Christie, Donald Sutherland. I think they made a couple of films together, and both of them were awesome. Yeah, I remember. I did watch that. First Rambo movie. That was awesome. It was probably pretty low budget, but to me, that was it. That's all I need of the Rambo series. The first one. That first Rambo film to me is one of the best films ever. Because you see, the first films, they focus on the script. The script is king. any sequel after the first fight, then they're just hoping. They're just hoping and wishing. They're just wishing on a star. It's just for commercial reasons. Normally, it's just for commercial reasons, and as a consequence, the script is weaker in subsequent films after the original. Last Dragon, haven't seen it. First Blood, absolute classic. One of the best films ever. How do you not remember Toy Story? No. Check out Black Mass, okay? Godfather 2 is usually considered the best one. Then it's the first one. Then it's the third one was considered Garbaggio. Utter Garbaggio. Yeah, okay. So Rocky Blake breaks the rule. Then I saw the first one. I saw the one with Clubber Lang, Mr. T. And I saw the one with Ivan Drago. So I've watched 3 Rockies. It's the only series of which I've ever watched 3. And that's Rockies. 3 Rockies. That's the only Rockies I've seen. Yeah, the modern day boxing is missing out on the benefit of the raw egg, which is salmonella, and chasing the chicken, playing touch butt in an enclosed area with a chicken. Raging Bull, absolutely awesome, and also there's the one with Denzel Washington. What was that one called? Was it The Hawk? Which I never watched, by the way. Denzel Washington starred in one. Yeah, I would never know. I don't watch the sequels. Don't Look Now, absolutely classic film. I'm going to write that down again. I'm writing down the all-time best films in the world. Don't Look Now, old film, absolute cinematic pleasure. Don't Look Now. Damn, BH knows his films, or is quick on the research button. The Hurricane is a great boxing film. Never watched it. You know what I mean? Never watched it. Grizzly Bear. Andre Ward's role in Creed. His role mirrored his real life situation, suffering an injury whilst having issues with his promoter. They even had Ward ranked pound for pound number 2, which he was at the time. That's awesome. Ivan Drago was Rocky 4. Don King only in America. Yeah, I haven't seen that. But yeah, I can imagine that would be a great film. I mean, as colorful as Don King has been, it would be hard to make a bad film about him. I may have seen portions of that fight. Seems like you only watch 10 movies in your whole life. No, I mean, I've watched loads and loads of movies. But if you're going back into recent years, if you're talking about recent years, then I may have only watched. I may probably watch 1 film a month in recent years. So I probably watched 24 films in the last 2 years. Yeah, that's a reality, bro. That's a reality. That's the reality. I got Netflix. I can watch a film every night. Theoretically, but I couldn't really in reality, not time-wise. No research, Raphie, just new Sutherland Christie movie from way back. What do you think of that movie? Don't look back, or Don't Look Now, or Don't Look. What do you think of that movie, BH? I'm just a man who just, I studied film. At college, I went and studied filmmaking and shizzle like that. You'll see the fruits of that. You'll see the fruits of that as time goes on when I get back into the editing thing. You know, you'll see the fruits of that. Phil Walker up in the building. We're going into overtime. Phil, how you doing? I was just rambling with the fellas. What's happening over there in Big Texas?
Hey man, it's all good in Big Texas, man. I kept going in and out of the show, checking you out, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah,
let me.
yeah. So, you know, what's going on with your boy Charlo?
Man, look, man. Let me tell you something. I wish, you know, that's my guy, man. But I can't defend him right now, man. I got to be adamant, stick to my guns, man, because at the end of the day, I'm loyal to the sport, man, not to the fighter. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And with that being said, right now, hey, man, it seems to me, he is absolutely ducking the Andrade fight. That's what it seems to me. And you know, I'm a big supporter. I'm a big advocate for Jamal Charlo, and I have been for a very long time. You know, but when and this is my deal right here, and I'm gonna say this. And again, I don't know if you saw the video with Fight Hype. Did you see it?
Which video? With who?
With Fight Hype. He had a video with Fight Hype. And he was talking to I guess to the fans, but he was telling people don't count my pockets and all this other stuff. And he was talking to Eddie Hearn, telling Eddie Hearn, man, stop calling me, and all this other kind of stuff, man.
I saw that.
Yeah. But you saw that? All right. So look, let me say this right here. Nobody is counting your pockets. All right. I'm gonna say this right here, and I'm gonna say this one time loud and clear.
Yeah.
Danny Jacobs saw Jamal Charlo, okay, at some fight. I don't remember what fight it was. And he approached him and he said, hey, you just the guy I'm looking for right now.
I saw that.
He said, you the guy I've been.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Phil just dropped off. Yeah, Don't Look Now is an awesome film. Don't Look Now is an awesome film. Absolutely awesome, incredible, beautiful, cinematically. In fact, I think the last time I saw that was on a small screen. I want to see that on a big screen now. I want to see that on a big screen. I don't even think they had big screens when I saw that film last. Phil Walker is back. Yeah, as you were saying, Phil Walker, as you were saying. Where is that? Oh, you're turning a corner. Yeah, I can hear you, Phil. I can hear you. You're back. You're back with us.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah.
Charlo.
So with that being said, yeah, Charlo, man, he saw Daniel Jacobs backstage, and Daniel Jacobs made a reference to money. He said, yo, man, you're not even touching M's yet. You're not even touching M's yet.
That's right.
When you start touching M's, that means you on my level, then you can come holler at me. This is the conversation they had. And guess what Charlo said? Money ain't got nothing to do with it. So what if I'm not touching him? That don't mean nothing. I still want to fight you. But you gotta respect that stance. You gotta respect that stance. Money does not have anything to do with I want to fight you. But at the same time, I'm still gonna indict you for saying that you ain't never touched the M's before. You said it. Yeah. You said it.
Yeah.
Eddie, I want to offer you seven of them teams, man. 7 of them teams, man.
Yeah.
So guess what? If I want to offer you 7 of them, you already came out and said that you not touching one, then what's the issue? Look. Let me say this right here, because a lot of people say, well, Eddie Hearn don't send, they complained about Eddie Hearn sending him an email, right? Right? That's the argument that everybody's putting them to. Well, Eddie Hearn, you say you don't do business like that. Why you emailing the fighters and all this other kind of stuff? Raphie, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
You know I'm gonna shoot it to you straight.
Yeah.
When the zone first dropped, Eddie Hearn was offering all those fighters deals.
Yeah.
Adrian Broner, he sent Adrian Broner an offer. He didn't send it to Al Heyman. He said, I'll give you a 3-fight deal. I forgot for how much it was for. He sent Adrian Broner an offer through email. He sent Mikey Garcia email for a deal. Okay. He sent the Charlos emails for a deal. He sent everybody the same. He sent everybody emails. He didn't send those emails to Al Heyman. Okay. Nobody had an issue with it. when he was sending the emails offering them deals to come over and fight on the zone. But now all of a sudden, oh, that's not how you do business. Go. You need to go through Al. Okay, that's fine. You can go through Al. If that's your argument, you want to go through Al, that's cool. But at the end of the day, whether he went through Al, whether he didn't go through Al, whether he went through Charlo, the fact still remains he wants to pay you $7 million in both Andrade and Matchroom. They want to fight. That don't change. Now, the course of business, you may not agree with it, but the action itself, it remains. They still want to fight.
Yeah.
They still want. And if they want to fight, then guess what? If you say you the man, which I think he can beat him, if you say you the man, then you get what Al and say, yo, Al, I need you to see what's up with this situation. They run in their mouth, I want to shut it. That's what we do. We shut them down. But you're not doing that, bro. You're not doing that, man. That's not what you're doing. You know, and what's with this? Yo, show up to the Wilder Fury 2. What is that gonna do? Like, I don't understand. What does them showing up have to do with you signing the fight? Any one of those guys. I'm just cutting. I'm giving it to you straight, man. I ain't cutting no corners with it. I'm straight down the pipe with it. I'm just being honest about this, man. And Charlo's guy. But guess what? I'm not gonna look, I can't defend stuff that just doesn't make sense to me. You understand what I'm saying? Now I can make certain things make sense that this person may not understand, but this right here does not make sense.
Don't make sense.
Don't make sense. You make a video 2 weeks later. You make a video 2 weeks later, man. 2 weeks later, bro. Come on, man. Come on, you better than that, man. You making the whole town look bad, man, and the whole state, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
So listen, look, check it out. So
it is what it is, man.
So say again. So it seems to me that, well, my question is, if you still can hear me, my question is, why do you think he clearly doesn't want the fight. He doesn't want to accept, he doesn't want to sign for the fight. That's clear. But the thing is, talent-wise and ability-wise, I think it's a close fight. So why do you think that he doesn't Jamal, whatever you pronounce his name? Why do you think that he does not want that fight? Phil Walker, are you still here? You still hear me? Okay. Phil's there, but I think he might be predisposed. He might be doing something else, might be talking to somebody, might be talking to somebody or something of that nature. I don't know why Charlo doesn't really particularly want that fight. I don't know. I mean, could it be that they are simply prohibited? Could it be that they are simply prohibited from taking that fight? I really don't know. I really don't know why Charlo is so shook. He's so shook of taking the fight. I don't know. I just don't know. Could it be that he's shook? He's so shook he can't take he's going to lose? Or is it really just simply that the PBC, Al Heyman, has effectively banned his fighters from fighting the top Matchroom, the zone guys? Is it really that simple? It seems obvious. It seems obviously that's the case. It seems obvious, but I don't know. I don't know if it's that simple. Things aren't always as simple as they seem. Like I was just saying while Phil Walker dropped off, I mean, I'm curious about the reason why Charlo won't take the fight. I mean, I don't think is he that he's shook? Charlo is allowed. Is he that he's shook? Is he shook of Andrade, or is it the PBC simply will not allow the top BBC guys to fight the top Matchroom, the zone guys? Phil Walker, if you heard all of that.
Yeah, Ralph, I heard every last bit of that. Look, let me tell you, I really honestly, hey, let me tell you something. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. If we knew the reason why these guys from PBC wasn't fighting guys from Matchroom in the zone, man, you know, we could probably cut these shows in half. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm just being real, man. You know, look, a lot of this stuff happens on the PBC side that we can't answer. We can't figure it out. But I'm sure Al Heyman, the PBC, has a plan. We just never know what it is.
I mean,
But the only reason why I can think, only reason I can think Charlo doesn't want to accept that fight is, man, it's got to be somebody telling him not to accept it. Maybe he's waiting on something else. I don't know. Because as you mentioned, talent-wise, it's a close fight.
Yeah.
There's no reason for him to think, oh, wow, this guy may actually beat me. You know, because at a fighter, you know, fighters don't think that way, Ralph.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the only thing I can think of is that they are protecting themselves as far as, I don't know, man, trying to hold on to the belts, trying to keep them in-house.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know, but it's not a good look right now.
It's not a good look.
What this has done,
Yeah.
what this has done has proven, first of all, Jamal is mad because Eddie Hearn, he put him out there. He put him out there because at the end of the day, you know, Jamal was trying to make it seem like Eddie Hearn was just making up that he had offered him the money. You know, make it seem like the guy was a complete lie, which to me wasn't cool.
No.
So, you know, I don't have a problem with Eddie putting out the email and saying, yo, this is what I offered the guy right here. I sent this to him personally. He didn't say he sent it to Al Heyman. He said, I made Jamal Charlo an offer. That's what he said.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not the first time. That's not the first time he's made you an offer, Jamal. Let's be honest. He made you and your brother an offer when the zone first dropped. So did he make Adrian Broner an offer. He made lots of people offers when the zone first dropped.
Yeah.
And guess what? He sent them all via freaking email, man.
Yeah.
Okay? So at the end of the day, man, this right here is showing people that maybe Eddie Hearn is not such a terrible person after all. Maybe, you know, I mean, I'm being honest. I'm being honest because to me, $7 million is overpaying.
Yeah, by far.
$7 million is overpaying for the Charlo fight. $7 million is overpaying for the Mikey Garcia fight. But at the end of the day, if you want to get business done, then get business done. I'm happy he's overpaying guys. I don't have an issue with that.
No, of course.
You know, I'm happy. But at the end of the day, he doesn't have to offer you that much money to come over and fight.
No.
But $7 million would absolutely make people say, hey, Eddie Hearn is trying to get this fight done. And right now, it looks like you're ducking, buddy. It looks like you're ducking.
Well, yeah, I mean, I tried to be rational. I tried to rationalize. I tried to look at all. I mean, like the very start of the show. At the very start of the show, what do you hear? You hear Rumsfeld say there are known knowns, known unknowns, and unknown unknowns. So there's always, for any situation, there's always there's multiple of routes and ways you can look at it. There's multiple roads to take to arrive at a conclusion. So I try to look at things logically and rationally. And, you know, when I do that with the PBC fighters consistently and constantly turning down offers from Matchroom, DAZN, and other outfits, it becomes abundantly clear. I mean, I keep an open mind, but when you see a pattern of behavior, I think we're seeing a pattern of behavior, and it's looking to me very, there are too many fingers pointing in the same direction. There are too many individual fingers from individual people pointing in one direction, and that is the direction of PBC protectionism.
Hey, look. I tell you this right here.
Yeah.
I tell you this right here. The zone, look, man, look. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been a supporter because, again, like I told you, I'm not loyal to the fighters. I'm loyal to the sport. I do like 30 fighters, but at the end of the day, man, the zone is not a bad situation for any of these guys, man. The zone is paying these fighters, and the zone is putting these fighters on display.
Yeah.
You know, Eddie Hearn, these guys, hey, you know, you can fight as many times as you want to.
Yeah.
Many times as you want to.
Not the PBC once a year thing.
You know, and you know, they writing checks, man, and it's not no small checks either, man. He putting monies in, he is putting money in these guys' pockets, man. So you can't be mad at him for doing that. He's trying to grow the sport. He's making these guys rich. He is, absolutely.
And somehow, PBC somehow is talking these guys out of riches. PBC are talking their fighters out of riches for the promise of a better tomorrow.
You know, man, look, let me tell you something. Maybe, again, man, I don't know how these guys' consultation management contract is with PBC or whatever the situation may be. But I don't see how, because it's not like Eddie's just offering these guys money to fight just for no reason. He's offering these guys title shots. He's along with the bag. So for me, and I'm speaking about Jamal Charlo specifically right now.
Yeah.
Look, dude. Yeah. He's offering you a chance to unify, and he's offering you a chance to make a bunch of money in doing so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? With that being said, I don't see what the issue is, man. I really don't see what the issue is, man. I know for only thing I can think of is that PBC, or whatever reason, they don't acknowledge the WBO, and that's what Andrade had. That's the belt that Andrade had. Okay?
Yeah.
But even though, with that being said, he's still offering you $7 mil, bro.
That's a lot of M's to turn down.
Man, he's still offering you a chance to fight, quote unquote, the boogeyman. Andrade is supposed to be the boogeyman.
Yeah, I don't get it. You see, listen, he could fight if he don't want the WBO. If he don't want the WBO, he can beat Andrade if he's confident of doing so. Beat Andrade and then take the money and dump the WBO. He can dump it. He don't have to keep it. He don't have to keep the belt. He can beat Andrade. And then when they come to give him, strap the belt around his waist, he can say, no, I don't want it. I don't want that around my waist. I don't want it. He can beat Andrade and then refuse to have them strap the belt around his waist. And he's still the winner. He's still got those M's.
You know who was famous for doing that?
Who's that?
Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather will get a belt and drop it the next day.
There you go.
Hey, but guess what though? Yeah. Floyd getting paid in the meantime.
He getting paid
in the meantime.
Still got paid.
He gonna get his bread.
Still got paid. Get his bread.
Man, so look, man. You know, this right here, this is one thing that's absolutely 110% disappointing to me that Jamal Charlo won't at least entertain the thought of fighting Demetrius Andrade. At least entertain it. At least make us be like, oh, this fight might happen. No, we ain't even to that point yet, man. It's a complete come on, man. Like, come on, dude. Come on, man. Like, come on, man. I'm begging you, man.
It's madness to me. It's madness. I can't comprehend it. I'm a logical guy. I try to look at things logically and rationally, but I can't. This is some shizzle. This is some next level shizzle that I simply cannot comprehend. How PBC fighter after PBC fighter is turning down generational wealth like it's nothing.
Hey, look, and another thing is, and I didn't know this, Oscar De La Hoya said he offered the Canelo fight.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that a few weeks back. Yeah. I think I covered it on the show. And he turned it down. He turned down. What do you call him? He's turned down the Mexican guy there, and he's turned down Andrade. Turned down Canelo.
Canelo and Andrade.
Canelo and Andrade. He is. Let's get this into perspective now. This cat has turned down both Canelo and Andrade. Now that's some. How the hell? That's ducking. What is that if it's not ducking? What is that if it's not ducking? What is that? What's the name of that? Because I tried to be a rational guy. So what is that? What is that called? When you turn down Andrade, and then you turn down Canelo, and then you turn down Andrade. What is the name for that? What is the name for that?
Man, let me tell you something.
7 M's for Andrade.
Yo, and Ralph, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't even think Andrade making 7 M's.
No. Andrade wouldn't be touching. They wouldn't both be getting 7 M's. They wouldn't be both be getting 7 M's. They won't both be getting 7 M's. It's like the there's a lot of people have the conception that Joshua and Klitschko was 50-50, but I remember some of those early articles. They said that they gave Klitschko more just to get him in the fight. So I think it would be an Andrade, even though that's disputed now, and people say it's 50-50, whatever. But with Andrade, I think with what I'm trying to establish is that with Matchroom, Eddie can say to people, Eddie can say to his champion, say, listen, you're going to beat that guy. We know you. You know you're going to beat that guy. I know you're going to beat that guy. We know you're going to beat that guy, but he don't want to fight you. So I'll tell you what, we're going to have to give him the lion's share just to get him in the ring. Just to get him in the ring, give him the lion's share. And it's pretty obvious that that's the speak that's going on behind the scenes with this 7 million proposal to Charlo. He's getting the lion's share. They're giving him the lion's share just to get him in the ring because they think they can put that whooping on his ass.
Man, look.
And he don't want it. Charlo don't want it. And he don't want it. Clearly don't want it. The reason he don't want it is what we're talking about, because it's so difficult to conceive how a guy is going to turn down a career high money. It's what's difficult to conceive is how Al Heyman has this thing structured where guys not only turn down career high money, but they're happy to do so. That's the uniqueness of what we call over here, Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. We call the PBC a cult. And perhaps now some of you Americans can see why we do that, because a cult will have a man following a system and a structure that is just doesn't seem logical. So you have Charlo. That's why we call it a cult, because you have man after man turning down career high generational wealth paydays, and they're doing so with a happy smile, which is not within the bounds, as we understand it, of logic. Logic says you get a bumper pay packet. You gravitate to that. You do that. It's your job. You're not doing anything extra. You don't have to do anything extra. You're a carpenter. You've been asked to make a chair. You normally get $300 for the kind of chair you make, handmade carpentry. You get $300. Now a man's saying, "Hey, listen, we want to give you $3,000 for the same chair, the same thing that you do ordinarily. We want to pay you 10 times that figure. We want to pay you tenfold. Whatever you charge for that normally, we want to pay you tenfold, or at the very least, sevenfold." Man wasn't touching M's a while ago. Okay, it's touching M's now. We want to pay you sevenfold. Whatever you get $100 for, we want to pay you $700 for. Whatever you make for $1,000, we want to pay you $7,000. If you sell that thing for $10,000, we want to pay you $70,000 for it. So they're offering men sevenfold what they normally make, and men are looking at them with a smile and saying no. That's a cult, my friend. That's some cultish. That has the characteristics of a cult. When you have a man acting illogically, is moving in a way that no one can comprehend, no one can understand. You're just looking over there and you're saying to yourself, this does not make sense to a rational mind. There must be something in there. There must be an element of rationale in there, but we simply can't see it. And all roads to me point to protectionism. If you take a man and you say, listen, no matter what, we're going to protect you, but you have to do what we tell you to do. If you do what we tell you to do, you will be protected. Just follow the code. You remember when you watch The Matrix? You watch The Matrix and Neo is in the office booth and then he gets the phone and they tell him, listen, you have to do everything we tell you to do. It don't matter if it seems strange to you. Follow the instructions and we will get you through the maze. And to me, there's got to be something like that going on. There's got to be something like that going on, because how else can you convince a man repeatedly to turn down career high paydays?
Yeah, man. Let me say this right here. I could see the PBC. I could see in certain divisions why PBC would hold a certain structure, specifically the welterweight division. Okay, I could see why they would hold a certain structure, because they have all the guys. But that same philosophy does not apply to all the other divisions, man. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, right now, we know for a fact that the zone and Matchroom is overpaying fighters.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
They're overpaying fighters. They got the bag and they loose with it. They like, hey, look, we trying to make it happen. Maybe this will get you to come and deal with us. Maybe it won't. But at the end of the day, we're going to give you that opportunity to make that decision. Yeah. And see, this is the deal right here. And what people don't understand is it's PBC and Matchroom the Zone are going back and forth for the simple fact that PBC fighters should be able to fight on any platform they want to.
Hell yeah.
That's one of the things that they always say, hey, I'm my own boss. I get to fight on this network or this network, whatever the situation may be. Okay. With that being said, what benefit does that have if you're not going to explore other networks and make money in doing so?
Yeah, exploit it.
That's what confuses me.
Explore and exploit.
Exactly. That's what confuses me. So at the end of the day, if you can go and you can fight a one fight deal on the Zone, and then this is what's so throwed about it. Eddie said, we'll come to Showtime and fight you, and we still gonna give you $7 million. That's even worse. That's even worse. I'll let Andrade come over there and fight you on Fox and Showtime.
Damn, he did say that.
Come on, man. That's even worse. That's so if you don't want to, guess what? So if you don't want to fight on the Zone, you don't have to fight on the Zone. Okay?
Yeah.
Guess what? You don't want to deal with me and Eddie Hearn, Matchroom. Guess what? All I'm gonna do is cut the checks. This entire operation can be ran by Showtime or Fox. You get your $7 million. You get a chance to fight one of the best guys in the division, and you get a shot at the WBO if you choose to keep it if you win.
Word.
Yo,
Word.
Listen to me, Ralph. Listen to me and listen. I want the world to listen to me close.
Yeah.
Nobody, you know this, Ralph. Nobody has defended Charlo like I have on your show and other shows worldwide. Okay, guess what? To me, it's a duck, my friend. A duck. That to me appears to be a duck. Okay? You don't look, man. Look. At the end of the day, PBC gives these fighters a lot of freedom.
Yeah.
But guess what? In the same sentence, doesn't seem like they're taking advantage of it. So I mean, is it really freedom? That's my question. Is it really freedom? If you are isolated to one single thing, or one network, or one boss, or I'm being real. You know I'm gonna cut it straight. I'm gonna cut it straight down the middle.
Real talk.
And I keep it real.
Real talk.
Do you have the freedom that you speak of? Do you really have the freedom that you speak of? Because right now it doesn't seem so. It doesn't seem so. Eddie Hearn has turned over every stone to let the world know that he wants his fighter to fight Jamal Charlo.
Word.
It almost makes you think, man, you know, I wonder if all these situations unfold like this. I wonder if Eddie was willing to bend over backwards for all these PBC guys just to get the fight done.
Yeah.
You know, because there's a lot of stuff that goes unsaid. We wouldn't have knew about the 7 million if Charlo wouldn't have been going around saying Eddie was lying. We knew about it. But he went over in his mouth and say, man, Eddie lying, man. Eddie not telling the truth, man. He testing, man. He ain't making me no offers, man. He blank.
Charlo,
so what is this man in his right mind gonna do?
Charlo actually said that, didn't he? He actually said that, didn't he?
Yes. What is any man in his right mind gonna do? He's gonna defend himself.
So
he's gonna say, man, I ain't no lie. Look, I'm gonna show you right here, right now. This is what it is.
So Charlo publicly lied.
Yes. Dang. He said that he was not. He came out and said he ain't got no offer from Eddie Hearn.
OMG.
That's why he dropped the email.
Yeah. I missed when Charlo said that. I missed Charlo saying that.
That's why he dropped the email. He had no other reason to drop the email besides somebody questioning his integrity.
Damn.
So for me, man, look. I want to let everybody hear this. I think Charlo can beat Andrade. I want Charlo to fight Andrade. That is a good fight for boxing. I want both of those guys to get the bag in the meantime.
Yeah.
But guess what, though? Right now, for whatever reason being, Charlo's not acting like that's the course of action for him. So that's a big disappointment for boxing. That's a big disappointment for his fans, including myself, because I am a fan.
Yeah.
And that allows us, the fans, to speak about it. And that's what I'm doing. You're ducking, bro. You're ducking. I'm going to say it again. You are ducking. Period.
OMG. It's
you can't hate Eddie Hearn that much, man. You cannot hate him that much. Jesus Christ, man. Hey, look, if you think you're a scumbag, say, hey, you a scumbag, but guess what though? If you want to pay me handsomely to put hands on your fighter, I'll do that. That's fine.
Hell yeah, money's money. Money's money.
You're gonna pay me, you're gonna pay me $7 million to do what I love to do. I don't gotta like it.
Money is money. You take that money so long as you don't have to kill nobody. You don't have to kill nobody for that money you're taking. That Mo9. And what Al Heyman is doing over there, how he can persuade. There's a little part of me. There's a small part of me that almost admires the way that Al Heyman is manipulating manipulating his fighters over there to believe that they're literally gonna have to go and dance with the devil for that money.
Now Mikey Garcia.
Yeah. Well, you know, he's happy to take that money. He's you know, he's used some common sense. Andy Ruiz, he used some common sense. They let him fight. Because he was just a new guy. They didn't consider him blue chip. They considered him expendable. They let him go over and fight Anthony Joshua. And it worked out. It worked out for a very short time. It was only a very short time, but
6 months, man. 6 months.
He was the king. He was the king for 6 months. Andy Ruiz was the king of the boxing world for 6 months. And he said the legendary words, "I'm the A-side now. You're going to have to pay me $50 million. $50 million. He settled for 10 when the lawsuit came through his letterbox. The lawsuit came through his letterbox on the money that he got from the zone. Joshua lawsuit came through. And all of a sudden he was like, "Where do you want me to sign, Eddie? Where do you need me to sign? I don't want no lawsuits. I just got this money. I don't want to give it straight back to you. Where do I sign?" And then the fight was on. But man, it's some crazy times out there when a man, and I got to bring that picture back. Because you have to have some sneaking admiration for a man who can talk other men, for a man who can talk. I'll just put you on mute there, Phil Walker, because we're hearing a little bit of background stuff. So you have to have sneaking admire for a man who can talk other men out of taking generational wealth, which they've worked for, which they've earned, which is due. And then you got a man over there who is systematically telling them not to take that money, and they ain't taking the money. It is cultish, my friend. There's no other way I can put it, but that seems like some cult-ish to me. I hope one day one of those guys break ranks and tell us the story. One of those guys, because, you got Deontay Wilder now. You got Deontay Wilder now out here with a story. You got Charlo now out here with a story. So you got guys out there now with stories, and I cannot wait for the day, for the time when one of these guys loses out. Because one of these guys, either Deontay Wilder or Charlo or some other guy, the next guy down the road, maybe it's already happened to Adrian Broner. I can't wait for the day when one of these guys actually comes out with the story and tells the story of how Al Heyman managed to talk them into not taking generational wealth. I can't wait for that story to come out, because one day it's got to come out. One day it's got to come out. How did he do it? What was his methodology? What did he say to you that made you walk away from generational wealth? I can't wait for that day, Phil Walker.
Yeah, man. He's got these guys unquestioning loyalty, man. And again, I'm curious to know myself. I'm absolutely 110% curious to know how he's convincing these guys to turn down a lot of this money. He has to be offering them. I don't know what he's offering them, man. I just hope.
Can't top it. You can't top what they're being offered, because they're already being offered ridiculous sums, which probably economically don't make sense, but short term. But long term, if the gamble pays off, then the zone wins big. But short term, it don't make sense. So it's not logical that Al Heyman could time after time after time could be beating illogical purses. So I don't even think it's money. I don't even think he's rivaling the money. I think it's some other means. It's down the line. It's promises which will never come to fruition or may never come to fruition. I think it's along those lines. Making promises which may never come to fruition long term. Don't dance with the devil. Don't dance with that guy over there. You're dancing with the devil. You deal with that guy. You're dancing with the devil. But you know, sometimes the devil is in the home, not outside the home. Phil Walker.
Yeah. Now, you know, again, this is the only thing that I could think makes sense to me right here, Ralph.
Yeah.
Is that these guys are potentially turning down money now for something in the future, maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when I say in the future, it could be boxing related, it could be non-boxing related.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I know Al, just like Eddie, helps his guys outside of the ring as far as investing their money. Al Heyman's not the only guy that does that, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, at the end of the day, that's the only thing I can think about. And I'll say, hey, if you stick with me, you won't even have to worry about boxing because I'm going to make your money increase tenfold on X, Y, and Z. I got a plan for you and it's set out, and here it is right here. Just listen to me and let me handle your career. That's the only thing that I can think possibly that can make you turn down money today.
I think that's
right
it.
now.
I think that's the most logical. I think that's one of the most logical arguments because you touched on a good thing there. Al Heyman, it is known that he helps his guys invest their money. Al Heyman, the backstory of Al Heyman is that he had a brother who got kind of ripped off. He had a brother who got ripped off in the boxing realm. And one of his objectives when he came into boxing, one of his stated objectives was so that, you know, fighters don't get ripped off like his brother got ripped off. So I do understand and I do believe I have heard that Al Heyman helps his fighters with investments. I've also heard that sometimes he keeps a little bit of money back. He says, okay, we're going to pay you this. We're going to pay you this now. And then we're going to pay you half later. You know, so it's some kind of like some kind of street deals type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, you hold this now and then you hold this later. Yeah, I'll get this to you in 2020. You don't want all your money in one go in the tax year. You know, we're going to spread your money out around the tax year so it works out better for you. All of that hocus pocus, all that hocus pocus stuff. Some of it's legit. Sometimes it works out for his fighter. I do think he helps them out with their investments, etc., etc. And so I think maybe it's somewhere along those lines. You stick with the PBC, you stick with the PBC plan, and you will be good for life long term. Don't take that short term money. Don't take that short term money.
And Ralph, I've even heard of Al Heyman saying, hey, if a guy goes out and he makes a major purchase, I've even heard of Al Heyman's come in and say, hey, look, you don't need to spend, X amount of dollars like that. I can remember a tweet that Tank had, or I don't know if it was a tweet or it was something that he made a video and said something about Floyd told Al Heyman that he had spent $100,000 on something like that, man. You going back and you telling Al on me and all this other kind of stuff.
I remember that.
So,
I remember that.
At the end of the day, Al Heyman is monitoring these guys' money very closely, and I have to say is of course in their benefit for them to have wealth down the line, so they don't just squander their money away in the meantime, being young and doing unnecessary things with their money. So big kudos for him as far as that, but that's the only thing that I can think of that makes sense to me. You turn down the money today, and guess what? I'm gonna make sure that you're good for the rest of your life. So
I think it's something. I think that's the most logical, that's the most persuasive argument that I can imagine. The money management over there, maybe they do really indoctrinate them. And don't get me wrong, money management is good. And if he's giving good money management advice over there, then that's to be applauded. That's positive. But at the same time, he's also stopping them from getting their biggest paydays. It seems he's stopping them from taking their biggest paydays. So it's a double-edged sword. It's like what is it? The devil you know. You want to deal with the devil you know, the devil you don't know. He's put them in a situation where they have conflicting thoughts. Go over there and get some big money without the money management, or it seems like he's indoctrinating or trying to indoctrinate them into a money management way of thinking, which is a good thing. But then that's a positive, but on the negative side of that, he's stopping them from getting their biggest paydays. So
and you know what? Let me.
Yeah.
Another thing that I just that just because you got my wheels turning.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that's very peculiar is that the PBC, Al Heyman, allowed Mikey Garcia to go fight on Matchroom DAZN.
Yeah.
But you know something I just realized?
What's that?
Mikey Garcia currently is not a belt holder as well.
Oh gosh.
Andy Ruiz was not a belt holder as well.
There's a pattern emerging here. If you're not a belt holder with the PBC, if you're not a blue chip PBC guy, if you're you just jumped into the PBC, you're not a belt holder, you are not a blue chip PBC guys, then they'll let you go over there and take some long money. They'll speculate on you, let you go out and speculate because you might come back with a belt. And then they'll tie you up. Then they'll lock you in. Then they'll keep that belt to service their TV deals. Long and the short of it is that Al Heyman, we don't know how he's doing it. We've come to some ideas, and I think we may have hit the mark. I think we're close. I think we're close on it. I think we're in the ballpark. I think we may have solved some riddles or made some inroad into solving the riddle. As a matter of fact, I think we're pretty much damn near close on the money. We'll never know until one of those guys break ranks, maybe when they retire, break ranks and speaks on it. But I feel that, I can see that argument. I can see him convincing people with that argument. Listen, you stick with the PBC plan, man. We invest your money for you. We take care of you. You get your accountants. You get your own accountant to assure you and show you that your money is growing over here under the way we guide and advise and invest your money on your behalf. We're going to keep 50% of this purse until next year. It's going to help you out with your tax year. It's the best way to do it tax wise. You don't get this kind of service anywhere else. That long money which they're offering you over there, by the time the tax man gets hold of it and this man and that man gets over it, it's not that long. The money isn't that long. But if you stick with this process, if you stick with this policy that we've designed for you, in the long run, it works out that you are much, 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 much better.
Yeah. I see D-Bro. He's saying that $7 million makes sense on a one fight deal. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, who would disagree with that? Besides Charlo. You understand?
Yeah. Nobody outside of the PBC is going to disagree with that. Nobody outside of the PBC are going to disagree with that. With that $7 million over one fight deal. Take it. You just started touching M's. You just barely started touching M's. Now you got 7, and you're going to deny it. D-Bro also says Dubois doesn't bring the money, so Hearn knew Allen could get paid the same money for a fight of a lower tier boxer. I don't get that. D-Bro, Phillip Roberts agreed 7 million makes more sense. Send them out and get the belts, then bring them back and lock them up. That's exactly what it is. D-Bro, yes, Allen has a following in the UK, but Dubois would destroy him. It's the fight Warren wanted to make on PPV, really. Joyce is a bigger fight. Allen's washed up. Warren had no choice if he wants to compete with Matchroom. Okay, so I think, you know what, Phil Walker, I think we've done it, you know. I think we've wrapped it up. I think that's the show.
Yeah, that's the show, man. I mean, you know, again, just real quick before we jump off, I just want to say congratulations to Rigo, man, at 39 years old. Yeah. He looked pretty good to me. You know,
you did.
I think he looked good, and I think honestly he's fighting right now, probably in the weight class that he honestly it's his natural weight. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. It's his natural weight, and everybody knows when you're fighting at your natural weight, you're a stronger fighter as far as your endurance is concerned and your strength is concerned. So I think right now he is in a good spot at 118 pounds. Mm-hmm. He looked good. Footwork looked good. Yep. His power has always been there. It was even there at 122. So, hey, you know, congratulations to him, even at 39 years old. So I'm still a Rigo fan.
Yeah. So what's next for Rigo?
Man, you know what's next for Rigo, man, is he's not getting any younger. Mm-hmm. Not getting any younger. Mm-hmm. I think at this point in time in his career, he's got to go. Every fight that he takes on from this point on has to be a big fight for him. Yeah. Has to be a big fight because, again, he's not getting any younger. He's actually in a position where people think he's vulnerable now. Mm-hmm. And I think he'll be able to get fights now because at one point in time, Rigo could not get fights. Yep. But people think Rigo is vulnerable, especially after this fight, the fight he had before Solis. Can't remember who it was. Mm-hmm. But that was a hard fight for Rigo. He ended up stopping the guy, but that was a tough match for him. Yeah, so people feel as though he's vulnerable now. Yep. I think at 118 pounds, he's going to be able to get fights. And in doing so, I think Rigo, at this tenure in his career, he should take on everything that comes his way. Okay? 100. You know, just make the best of what he has left in boxing. 100. You know, he got to the game late. Yeah. And you know what happens over there in Cuba was an unfortunate thing, but he's here now and he can make the best of his situation right now. So I'm proud of Rigo, and I'm happy he fought well the other night against Solis.
100%. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you have not subscribed. Hit that like, subscribe, hit that Twitter button. You know, I showed you some stuff that goes down on Twitter. So if you're not following me on Twitter, you're missing out on some shizzle. We touched on multiple subjects tonight, namely Charlo ducking Andrade on video, Fury saying the Joshua fight must be in Vegas. So we're talking about B-sides acting like, trying to call shots like they're the A-sides. That's one of the stories of the last year, 2019, 2018. B-sides trying to dictate to the A-sides. How impertinent. And we talked about Josh Warrington signing with Matchroom, Eddie Hearn. And besides that, we talked on other things also. Yeah, so want to give a shout out and a thanks to everybody who came to bear witness to box and participate in Boxing Talk with Raphie 95. Got to give a shout out to Big Boys Boxing. He was kind enough to join. Got to give a shout out to Phil Walker, kind enough to join. And of course, first and foremost, shout out to the chat. Everybody in the chat, everybody who subscribes, everybody who supports the channel in whatever way you can, by sharing a video, by hitting the PayPal button. Big shout out goes to everybody who's done that. D bro has contributed. Scott 70 has contributed. Pablo Diablo is on that list. On that list of contributors. Get on the contributors list when and if you can. This has been Boxing Talk with Raphie. You know, we try and keep it regular over here. Try and keep it regular over here. So, you know, on a Monday and on a Wednesday, where you can come to get your weekly fix of boxing talk. Big shout out to everybody concerned, everybody involved. And what can I say? It's the D-Bro. It's the Splendido. So how do you pronounce that? What's that? Sleninos, Splenikos. It's the Mala. It's the Phillip Carl Roberts. It's the Pablo Diablo. It's the D-Bro. It's the Phil Walker. It's the Big Boys Boxing. And who else is it? Many, 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 many more. So what can I say? It's the Cal L, the Red Gloved Militant, the Wild Soul 88, and the BH, and many, 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 many more. So it's the like, it's the subscribe, it's the comment, it's the shares, and it is the hitting that bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. And next show on Wednesday, 10 p.m. UK time. Everybody have a blessed week. And the only thing left me to say is blessed.